Yes, everyone, welcome back tonight, man. How you guys doing? Tonight, in about half an hour's time, we take on Brighton in the fourth round of the FA Cup. I'll keep things brutally honest. Do I really want to see a football game Saturday night? Most likely not. I had some plans. They're clearly over, but we're here now. And if I'm sacrificing my social life for my football club, please, for God's sake, let's at least progress into the next round of the FA Cup. I'm not asking for too much. I'm sure all of us want to feel like our time's been, respected for this game today. And, we're seeing some surprises with the lineup. Probably waste no more time, get straight into it. I think you guys already in the comments are ahead of me right now. Maybe it's time now to discuss what's going on with this lineup. But big up yourself, man. Equalize. Olympia, good to see you here. Kenny, how you doing? Anidi, Ayodele, how you doing, bro? Hope you guys are doing well. But anyway, let's move on to discussing the lineup on screen tonight. Now, can I be emotional about this lineup? I don't know, to be fair with you. Obviously, Sanchez back in goal, big surprise. Is this how maybe Maresca's planning to use Sanchez, like a bit of a redemption for Robert Sanchez today? Does this maybe communicate that Jorgensen is the first choice in goal for Prem games at the moment? Are we maybe like thinking too many steps ahead? Regardless, it's an FA Cup game, and I can accept the fact that rotation was going to be needed tonight. We're playing Brighton literally next week, same time. So, we have to really prioritize the Premier League and our ambitions there. So I can respect the lineup we're seeing. Listen, Sanchez maybe step up, but in my opinion, I would have just continued to use Jorgensen. I think after his Premier League game against West Ham, let this guy have a run of games. Let him show what he can do in the FA Cup now. Let him show what he can do over the course of like 2 games, maybe 3 games. Give him like a fair run. This helped Petrovic last season when he came through. And I thought Petrovic gave a good account of himself. Yes, all the stat guys were like, but Nini, look at his stats here, there. He's not ready. I don't know. Like when I was watching him in game, I had a bit of optimism. I felt like a bit calm with his performances. I didn't feel like he was a mistake or calamity in the making. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a shame that Jorgensen can't get 2 games on the bounce, especially after, having like showing a good account of himself against West Ham. Yes, he wasn't tested that often, but the few times he stood up, he made no mistakes. And I don't know, it would have been nice to have seen Jorgensen start 2 in a row. I don't know, man. That's only my opinion, but it feels a bit redundant when we're seeing the reality of the situation. And that reality is Sanchez starts today. So he better not mess up against the club where he was demoted to becoming the 3rd choice goalkeeper. Hopefully there's going to be a bit of feeling of like revenge. Hopefully Sanchez has a bit of confidence now to show, I've been messing up. I've been making these mistakes. I'm becoming a bit of a clown right now. Here's my moment to turn things around and get some confidence back for myself. You know what I mean? That's the positive way and angle I can see this. And listen, the reality is he's starting, whether we like it or not. So we want to win tonight. So let's hope this guy between the sticks is going to be on point. They're not going to mess up. You know what I mean? But yes, you guys, what you're saying, Anim. Yes, my guy. Tardweza. Tardzera. I'm saying that so wrong, bro. Good to see you guys here. Big buy. Petrovic was getting done near post a lot. Like, I feel like, yeah, he was getting done. But I wouldn't say it was like such a common thing where it was like so bait. You know what I mean? He's that poor at the near post that this is like his Achilles heel. I don't know. It's good that he's playing consistently for Strasbourg. Does that necessarily mean he has an opportunity next season? I mean, you just don't know with this football club. Let's keep things brutally honest. But, if anything, he's showing that there's a lot of upside to his game. There was that room for potential. And it's a shame that we didn't maybe cultivate that ourselves. It's a shame that he had to go to Strasbourg to show what he can do. I don't know, man. It doesn't really make too much sense to me, to be honest with you. But outside of that, I think defense makes sense. Tosin, Jalaba. I was kind of expecting these guys to play today. I think Colwell gets a bit of a rest. Been playing a lot of games. At times making a few mistakes here and there. I'm not going to be crying about that. I mean, the guy's 21 years old. And there aren't many 21-year-olds who are playing at this level. I mean, you guys can go on Google and find that out for yourself. But look at guys like Saliba. I use this example all the time. When Arsenal fans were calling for Arteta to bring back Saliba for 2 years in a row, and that never happens, was Arteta not right in the long run by biding his time, being patient, letting Saliba develop so he comes back ready to the point that he's instantly the number one? You know what I mean? The difference is that Levi Colwill, of course, is here with us during his formative years. I mean, he's not... People talk about this guy like he's 24, 25 years old. I mean, he's only 21 years old. You know what I mean? He's not supposed to be perfect just yet. And there aren't any perfect defenders at this age. Yeah, we might gas guys like Howson at Bournemouth. Listen, this guy gets spun here and there like it's normal. And I'll be honest, I think Mohamed Kudus, the guy spins better defenders than Levi Colwill. And he's like one of the most... Like, he's the best dribbling player in the entire division. So I'm expecting Kudus, a guy of his quality, to have like 1 or 2 opportunities against Colwill. I think that's being realistic, yeah. But I like that Colwill reacted in that game. And you could see he was visibly annoyed with himself. And I think that tells me, okay, the kid knows that he can be better. That's not part of the standards. I can accept that. But equally, at the same time, you know, we use our defense. I think Jalaba and Tolson today will be interesting to see. But our most experienced defense that we have at the moment does today against Brighton. In midfield will be a big game for Dewsbury Hall. It seems like we're kind of keeping the same ethos in terms of how we're looking to play and build up. I'm guessing this means that Kukurai, of course, will be inverting in midfield, which allows Dewsbury Hall to act as the, you know, attacking mids alongside Cole Palmer. That should be interesting. Listen, the guy's been one of our fittest players available, but doesn't really play. So for Dewsbury Hall, now that the squad's a bit smaller, this is a big moment for you to play against a team that tried to sign you in the summer. They got very close to signing Dewsbury Hall Brighton. Yeah? You have an opportunity to get more game time. And listen, if you're going to leave us end of the season, at least you leave with your head held high. And at least you leave with other clubs now making serious moves for you, thinking that this guy has big upside that can really improve us. So I want to see a good performance from Dewsbury Hall. You know, like going back in the summer when man were talking about, Nini, Dewsbury Hall is a more technical Conor Gallagher. Yeah, he runs like Gallagher, but he's got more technique. Nini, what are you talking about? Don't you understand that he understands Maresca's ideas and his tactics and his setup? Like, he'll come here, he'll be a big boost for us. And it's just like, yeah, like, that's the theory, right? That's the theory. But the reality simply was that was never going to be the case, because the rules are different once you go up higher in the table. And the reality is quality has to matter. And I just never expected Dewsbury Hall to have any type of long-lasting involvement whatsoever. And his season's kind of proving that. So, listen, I want to be proven wrong. I want to see these guys step up now, because honestly, you guys, I'm kind of bored that we don't have CL football. I'm bored that we're not winning. I'm bored that we're not doing nothing at all, realistically. And, you know, I need to start seeing a bit of progress right now. You know, I'm not going to be patient forever my whole life. You know what I mean? We should have been seeing this already. So yeah, we're going to have to turn towards and rely upon the Dewsbury Halls and these squad guys in the team right now. And up front, this is going to be interesting. Let's see if there's any differences in terms of what we do. If you guys saw my preview, you would have known that I was hoping we'd play more of like maybe a wing-back system or like a false 9 type of setup. My fear is that when you're using Nkunku up front and you're essentially telling Nkunku to be the Nico Jackson number 2, or like a clone of Nicholas Jackson, you're kind of wasting Nkunku's qualities, because he's not that type of forward. Like, the guy gets a lot of goals, but he's not getting goals playing on the last line and running counter-attacks and pressing hard and running the channels. That's not his game. If you want him to score, if you want him to get in the game, get the best out of his qualities. Have guys playing close to him. Have an option near him. You know what I mean? At least use a more false 9. So he's like making late arrivals inside the box compared to spearheading the attack. That's a completely different way to play. So I guess my fear is that am I expecting a big impact from Nkunku? Again, I want to be surprised. Maybe with, you know, my analysis won't be like reflective of how we actually play Brighton tonight, which I can accept. You know what I mean? That could be the possibility. What if all of a sudden actually it's Cole Palmer who's playing more false 9? And this is just my poor analysis and my guesstimation of what the lineup could be. Because, I don't know, Cole Palmer could also play false 9. But again, when you're playing false 9, it implies that you're dropping deeper towards the ball. And I don't know, if you're using Sancho and Neto, I don't know, man. I'm saying I don't know quite a lot. I can only guess. I can only hope for certain directions that we take in the game. But I'm hoping at least there's like a bit of a plan now around Nkunku. I think the guy's too good. Be a bit of a waste for him to leave his Chelsea career here, never really playing any of his strongest positions. I mean, I can't believe that once upon a time, this was the guy that was the marquee signing. When we said goodbye to Felix and Havertz and Mount, everyone was gassed in the fan base. Nkunku, I can't believe we secured this. This is a big move. Quoting his hat-trick scored against Man City in the Champions League. You know, the guy was doing big things in Europe, big things in the Bundesliga. And it's a shame that there's just no like proper setup that utilizes his skill set. Yeah, I don't know, man. I always get really annoyed that he got the injury he got last season. Curious what Pochettino would have done. And as he got back into the team, it was just a bit too late for us to really see what Nkunku and Palmer could have done together. So that's a little bit of an annoyance. But I can only go off how Maresca's using Nkunku throughout the season, especially in the Conference League and Cup games. And he hasn't really done any interesting tweaks with Nkunku in the system. And it feels very much like he is the like-for-like tactical replacement for Nico Jackson up front. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Is it one of those games where he might suffer up front, but at least he's lucky enough to get a few opportunities coming his way? Because Brighton's defense, there's possibilities on the counter-attack against these guys. You know what I mean? There's moments there. And Nkunku doesn't need like 5 opportunities to score a goal. Give this guy good opportunities, he'll take them. But I think the thing I have to see is that his teammates actually look to find him. A lot of times when I'm doing these streams, I look at the movement of these guys off the ball. Obviously, I was always going to games all the time. I'm just programmed to see the movement off the ball, not where the ball's going on camera. And I just see Nkunku is able to find all these smart, intelligent like spaces and movements, and he doesn't get rewarded with this type of thinking. So I'm hoping today, man, because listen, all we got up front this season is Nico and Nkunku. So hopefully something clicks with the team in terms of how they're playing alongside Christo today. But yeah, man, that's the lineup today, you guys. What's your thoughts and opinions on that? But chat real quick, man. What's your predictions for the game today? Are you feeling optimistic? Because our record against Brighton's, I mean, it's pretty decent. You can't really complain about it, right? You know what? I'm going to open the window a little bit. I don't know what it is recently in this flipping room here, but my nose gets so like congested and it's just making it really annoying to talk. So you guys, give me a sec, yeah? Flipping hell, man. I don't know what it is, but my nose keeps getting hella congested these days doing these streams, man. But what you guys saying? 3-1? Alright, 3-1, you're feeling optimistic then. Let's actually put the whole like team sheet on so you guys can see what's going on with Brighton's team sheet and ours. Like Twitter, is Twitter on? I think so. Okay, you guys, one moment. Let's go see the subs. I think that's like a pretty good thing to have on. The subs are interesting, I guess. You know, we're noticing guys like Anselmino on the bench, Achimpong, Samuel Smith, Amugu, Tyreek George. I mean, look at the youth we got, man. It's it's kind of mad, right? This is like so many teens on the bench, like a ridiculous amount of young talent or potential, just potential on that bench. Not many game changers outside of Noni, who you expect to come on. Enzo Fernandez, could you see moments given to Tyree George? I think realistically, because our attack can't be playing the full 90 minutes, yeah? Would Amugu potentially get a debut? I mean, this guy's been fast-tracked into the limelight. I mean, this kid has talent. But he's one of those talents where he needed at least one full season of consistent minutes in that first team under his belt. And in the space of no time, after playing half the starts at Saint Etienne, half on the bench, he's coming straight to us now. And this is someone we need because Lavia at the moment ain't about. So yeah, let's see if he makes his debut. Interesting to see Samuel Smith though. Again, Cucurella deserves a little bit of a rest. We've got the game coming up against Brighton in the Prem next week. Is there a moment for Samuel Smith to get the last 15 minutes? I think he's a good talent. He can invert. He can do what he has to do there. I like to see that. But listen, ultimately, I would also like to see Anselmino make his debut. I'd be very surprised to see him come on, though. Very surprised. And I don't know the context. Unless maybe Maresca decides to make it a back five if we're like winning the game. Is that like the possibility? Who knows? Who knows? But I don't know, man. I feel like, you're hoping the first team today will give Maresca a possibility, right? That the first team will, help Maresca today. Because if the team give us a lead, I think Maresca can take it from there. So you're looking at Tyreek, you're looking at Enzo, Madueke, they're like the three realistic options I see. I'd be very surprised if Maresca ends up using all 5 players he can use, unless we have like a lead to protect or something of that nature. But anyway, let me go to Brighton's team sheet. I want to see who Brighton got at the moment. Brighton. Okay. Yeah, do you guys remember in the summer we actually made an inquiry for Ruta, which is typical, right? Okay. Oh, they're using their new Irish centre back, yeah. Cashin. Okay. Verbruggen. Is it any surprise that Sanchez, Verbruggen, have like some of the most? What's the stat? They got the most mistakes made by a goalkeeper this year in the Prem, and they're all like Brighton affiliated. Like no surprise. Anyway, Lamptey, Dunk, Jorginho, Minter, Welbeck, Baliba, Matoma, Van Henke, Veltman, and Hinselwoods. Okay. And on the bench, we've got Webster, Gruder, Joao Pedro, Adingra, Cashin. Okay, he's not starting. O'Reilly, Ayari. So they're also rotating a little bit as well because they're thinking about that Prem game. So guys like Pedro and O'Reilly and some of these guys are going to be key for Brighton. But I don't know. I look at that Brighton defence. I always think to myself, there's a reason why our recent form against them seemed pretty good, man. There's a reason why we end up getting results in our way because we've always found success transitionally against Brighton on that counter-attack in those moments. Like Brighton, they like to play against us. And when teams like to play against us, that's like one of the only times I feel a bit like confident as a fan because I think our guys are more suited to the open games compared to anything else, to be honest with you. So that would be an interesting thing to see there. Let's see what's done with that one. But yeah, it's the Brighton team sheet. My guys, let me answer some of your questions right now, though. What are you guys thinking about this game? Sacre bleu. Felix, Sancho, Neto, or Palmer up front, and they will be less than 50% of the player they are. Exactly. Again, like when you're using certain guys up front, yeah, how you use them is important, right? You know what I mean? Like you're not going to use Palmer as a target man and start pumping long balls. Like I think, can there not be some interesting type of tactical tweaks that Maresca can make to get the best out of some of these guys? Like, again, one manager who I've actually been rating this season is Luis Enrique. Like, Enrique, man, he's been moving like peak Nagelsmann at Leipzig in terms of the amount of different formations that PSG have, the balance they're finding, the exciting things they're doing. I mean, the last game, man, Ousmane Dembele playing up front. He's the false 9. You got Kvaratskhelia, you got Barcola, and deep it makes sense because like Dembele is equally good on his left foot and his right foot. So if he's gonna have someone linking up the attack, right, it will probably be Dembele in the middle. So he's doing a lot of interesting, fun things, and always finds a new way to make Paris Saint-Germain play. I feel like Maresca has that in his locker, but do we see it as consistently all the time? I don't know. But equally, Enrique's there for his second season. Most of the squad know him, so it's a bit easier for him now, I guess, to make them type of tweaks. You know what I mean? So I understand that. I understand that. Yes, Jehota Nini, my guy. Respect to you, bro. How you doing, man? Respect to all you guys, man. You guys in the chat, real quick. If there wasn't a game on tonight, what was your original plans? Like, what was your original plans tonight if there was no game on? Like, you guys, let me know. Like, what do you do outside of, you know, being viewers on Blue Lions TV? Yeah, I'm sounding like I'm just like not rating you guys at all. Sorry, that's not. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, man, I'm curious. What would you guys be doing if there wasn't a game? Okay, you'd be watching Real Madrid. So you guys you're locked in with the football. You're finding a game to watch regardless. Okay, that's good. Hassan Abbas, big up Nini, sacrificing a Saturday night. How you doing, bro? How do you feel about today? Thank you for that love, bro. Yeah, you'd be watching Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. Okay, I mean, you know what? I'm acting like to be fair, I did have plans today. My boys wanted to go out to eat, a little bit of a link up. Like, as you get to this age I'm at right now, man, guys are getting married up, young families, you know, people having to leave the flipping city so they can afford a yard to buy because no one wants to be renting forever, owning nothing. Yeah, you have to start planning in advance the link ups and the motives, you know what I mean? It's not like back when you were young when, you know what I mean, like the possibilities are endless. It's completely different now. So maybe that's why I was a little bit annoyed that you know, a long, you know, for due link up had to get cancelled today, and we'll get cancelled again next Friday too, but it is what it is. Okay, so you guys, Atletico Madrid, PSN servers down. Bro, that's actually pissed me off today. Like, I don't even get that much time to game, but like the times I want to, like, play like, you know, 2-3 games of foot jams, yeah, you're taking away my free time to actually get that done. It's actually so annoying. Mihailo, dealing drugs, bro. You're only about these times, you lazy dealer, man. Come on, man. Finley, is PSN back? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Akinde, quite honest, I'm not confident. Okay, you guys aren't feeling confident for this game then. But going back to your question, Mr. Abbas, again, a lot of these games this season, I don't have strong expectations. I'm always going in with the mindset of hoping to be surprised, hoping to see something, hoping to see like little bits of progress that we can take forward into other games. And listen, if there was a game that you want to see progress taken into the next game, it's going to be tonight before we play against them in the league, right? So getting the double over Brighton, it's going to help us in terms of where we are right now. So yeah, man, I'm just hoping to be surprised, and I'm hoping that some things make sense on that field. So let's see what happens, man. Donico, going to hang out with the guys. Okay, so what do you guys normally do when you're hanging out? Like, you're going to a yard, you're going out. Not many of you guys are hitting like raves or going clubs or nothing like that, I'm guessing. Okay, now PSN is back for PS4. Okay, so they got their priorities right. That's reassuring to know. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like when I saw the PSN network was down, my first instinct was to change my password, because I know that Sony, that they get hacked for fun. They're getting hacked left, right, and center all the time. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not trying to have anything bad happen to me because my personal data is getting leaked out. Yeah. Have they even been that like transparent with what's going on? They're saying servers are down, but they could be gassing right now, and there's something more severe happening, you know? But who knows, man? Nick N, Nkunku or Palmer up top? Nick, that is the good question. We don't know the answer right now. I guess based on previous lineups, you'd assume that it's Nkunku starting again up front. But equally, could we be seeing something a bit different with Cole Palmer playing false nine, leaving Nkunku a bit deeper and having these guys playing off each other? Are we going to see a few little tweaks? That's what we're unsure of right now. Like, is it going to be the type of team where we're going to see like Kukurea inverting again, allowing Dewsbury Hall to push forwards? Or are we going to see something different? Is this going to be like a 4-3-3 with like a, Nkunku maybe playing in a 3 alongside Dewsbury Hall and Caicedo, with Palmer being the false 9. I mean, this is what I mean. I want to be surprised. I want to see something a bit different, It's a one-off game, cup game, Brighton. Yeah. And Nkunku has scored, but it's Conference League. I can't really take that competition serious for anything. We won't play a single serious game until the final, realistically, yeah. That's the quality of the Conference League. No disrespect to the teams. It's just not gonna lie. We shouldn't even be there to begin with. But we find ourselves there, so we have to win it. But I don't know, man. I'm just thinking, I don't know. I would like to maybe see Palmer. But then I also think with my heads, okay, Maresca has really been promoting Palmer a lot this season. I know guys used to say that, we were Palmer FC under Pochettino last season. But I would say there's more of a reliance on Cole Palmer this season compared to what he had last season. I felt like maybe other team guys could also shine a little bit. But I feel like Palmer has a lot of license, especially the freedom to move where he wants to. Maybe more than he needs to have at times, Sometimes I just don't mind seeing Cole Palmer down that right side. It don't have to be right winger, no. But in that right channel where you can combine with the right back, combine with the right winger, you know what I mean? Like he was playing there during the start of the season. Mix up a little bit. Not always like 10 with freedom or playing down the left hand side. Let him also operate down that right side because we did a lot of good things with Cole Palmer playing there at times, But anyway, moving on. Cream Egg, a level revision and Chelsea game tonight. Mox next week. Oh, my guy. Good luck for that, man. Good luck for that. I'm guessing your head's screwed on. I'm guessing your priorities are on point. What are you studying? I'm actually so glad that I'm at that age now where no more exams, no more this, no more that. You get different stresses when you get older. But exam stress, man, I used to hate that. I used to despise that. Saeed or Sade, how do I say that? It's not Said. I feel like I say Said. I'm sounding like an idiot. I'll give you a link. Well, if you have a VPN, I'd recommend you guys go onto ITVX because they're showing the game there live for free. ITVX. Otherwise, I don't really have a link. I'll post this VIP box. Yeah, I'll post this, put this on the chat if you guys have to Google a link. This can work at times, so hopefully it works for you guys. Let's see. Thomas, thoughts on Sanchez starting? I was explaining my thoughts at the start of the stream. I'm a bit disappointed for Jorgensen. I think, listen, he wasn't really tested against West Ham. That's fine. But it would have been nice to have seen Jorgensen just have a consecutive run of games. Just to build more confidence, build more form. Could that mean that maybe he starts against Brighton in the league? Maybe, but then I'd be surprised. Why, to be honest? Because keepers don't have to be subbed in and out, left, right, and centre. So let's see. But anyway, wow, Cameron Bridges. Well, that's a big super chat, man. I really, really appreciate that. Very humbled by that. Yeah, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot you sent me. Your question, Cameron. I've wondered why no one in the space has been on this, but why do you think we aren't looking to Pogba for short-term help in midfield? Seems very low risk as he should be extra motivated and inexpensive. That's a sick idea that you have, to be honest. Like, chat, how do you guys feel about that? Paul Pogba on a free? Because he can sign frees anytime during the season because of the Bosman ruling. So it's not really a big deal. Pogba could make a lot of sense in terms of connecting the midfield and attack. Bit of experience as well. Hopefully he's fit. He's not really been kicking ball, but these guys are professional. They maintain their fitness outside of things. And Pogba was even alluding to the fact that his future might be sorted in March or something, right? So, I don't know. That would be a smart one. That could be an interesting one. And I don't know. We do need more reinforcement in midfield. I think that's key. Like, Pogba would suit the squad we have. I think the balance could be there. And he could definitely add something. So, personally, I thought it was kind of harsh what happened to him when he got the ban. Some of these bans are a bit too severe. Like, you're not really getting much performance boosts from these like mistakes you can find yourself making at times, right? I mean, I can get it. But I don't know. Cameron, man, poor Pogba. Guys are saying dressing room issues, but who? He's going to be beefing with like Gusto and Nkunku. I don't think we're not really a football club that does dressing room issues, to be honest. Yeah, we're not really that type of football club where that happens. Like, listen, if I'm gonna give like a small like credit to the directors, they've also signed players that would also like get along and make sense together. Like, the squad doesn't come across as like fragmented, so I'm not really worried about dressing room issues. High wages maybe, but when you've been out of the game for the amount of time Pogba has, you're not going back in asking for 300,000 a week. That's not happening. If anything, Pogba might think to himself, if I can come to Chelsea, perform for the last few months, I've got other clubs looking at me. But I think one club that I'm really looking at Pogba is Marseille, from what I've been reading. Let's see what happens there. But what's everyone saying about Pogba online though? Poor Pogba. Yeah, still a free agent. I mean, he is about. I wonder if this is a player that we're thinking about behind the scenes. Bro, Cameron, I do like that idea. Poor Pogba. I do like that idea very much. I do think he could really add a bit of experience, a bit of quality to this team straight away. Like, if you can sign 19-year-olds who barely have a footprint in the game right now, who have barely played here, I don't think you can compare that risk to reintroducing poor Pogba, especially when he has the Premier experience and when he's raring to go. I don't know. It's a free. You can do a short-term contract. There's many things you can do, right? Many things you can do. But anyway, bro, I appreciate that, man. I think that was a sick question that you produced. And you know what? That question's so good. When I make more videos, I might even bring up poor Pogba as a possibility. And I'm gonna let me screenshot your message, because I might have to even like show you love for this one, man, because you've given me a lot of ideas now. I'm brainstorming in my head quite a lot now, thinking about what you just implied. So thank you for that, man. But I've got another super chat here. Shit, Royal King TV. Bro, you guys are really showing me love today, man. Good lords. 2 $20 tips. I feel like these like I was gonna say OF girls. Nah, that's too mad. Nah. I don't feel like that at all. I'm not on any Lily Phillips activities at all. But anyway, Road King, I'm worried because I don't understand why we loan Felix. Give me 1 second, bro. I'm just want to make sure I need to refresh my stream even, which is really annoying. I'm gonna get back to your question, bro. Just give me 1 sec. I need to make sure the game, it was working fine in the background. Technology, man. Okay, where is the flipping thing, mate? Okay, shit. 1 sec, you guys. A little bit of a tech difficulty behind the scenes. What's happening to my life, man? Come on, you mugs. Oh, and I'm getting my line build up too right now. Bro, stop calling me. Okay. Come on, the game's starting, for God's sake. Yes, yes, yes. Boys, yeah. Yes, is it working now? Come on. Come on, come on. This is mad. Oh, why are you hitting me with the ads? Anyway, you guys, I'm sure I've missed the kickoff. For some reason, it just messed up on me. I had to refresh, and now the ads are coming through now. But anyway, Road King, as you were saying, bro. I'm worried because I don't understand why we loaned Felix, didn't buy a striker, even though I cried so long in my YouTube channel how important we need a striker. I'm more worried about the Premier League games. These directors are dripping. I think, bro, you're talking big facts. Big facts right now. Yeah, it's not really saying much about the direction at the moment. You know, I just couldn't stand the fact that we wasted so much time in looking at the best opportunity instead of being a serve for the team's needs, what we needed immediately, you know? That was a frustrating thing. And, you know, I think ultimately the Maresca pays the consequences for not having a squad that is ready for the challenge immediately. Because think about it, in January, like 8-9 players could have left, depending on the right offer coming through, right? And when you're working with a squad where 8 or 9 guys, any one of these guys could be leaving, how is that helping you in terms of preparation or having guys who are ready to really give their all in games when they're thinking to themselves, if I get an injury, this is messing up my move. So the headspace wasn't really there. And I think a lot of this could have been avoided if the directors, of course, had been, you know, had a bit more foresight, you know, instead of just like forcing this opportunity FC stuff, forcing the Wonder Kid moves. Honestly, I really felt like there was a moment here for us to be able to bring some short-term relief into the squad. But you guys, my game is on. I have been watching things. I just want to answer Ro King's question first. But yeah, man, going back to Joao Felix, as you're saying, ultimately, you have to understand that Felix forced the move. From the moment the window opens, Jorge Mendes had been talking to many clubs, Galatasaray, Benfica, AC Milan, Aston Villa came through. A lot of these clubs, right? Because Felix was unhappy at the lack of game time he was getting. And I was hearing behind the scenes that things were a bit tense between himself and Maresca. And ultimately, Felix and Mendes decided they wanted to go and they wanted to leave. And I think in the end, the club decided, you know what, even though some of the directors did like him, if Felix wants out, and realistically, we have to let either one of Nkunku or Felix leave, Felix is the easiest one to let go at the moment. Yeah, it's a shame. I get why some of you guys will feel like you barely even saw a taste of what Felix could offer and already he's out the door. But, yeah, you know what I mean? That's how things are at this football club. Like, some things just don't make sense. But anyway, Belieber hit the ball out. I think that's going to be a throw-in now. That's our ball. Okay. And I'll toast on the ball. Nice line-breaking pass. Oh, nice drop of the shoulder from Neto. Please, his head's up. He's looking for the run. Please spread it to Sancho. It's behind him. Oh, it's behind him. Oh, man, bro. Oh, how's the pass being played behind him, Neto? That was such good play from Neto then. Easily skips past Lamptey. Heads up. And Nkunku makes the space. He drags the runners away for Sancho on the outside. But Neto's pass is in behind, man. Cole Palmer tries to salvage the situation with the first time shot. Well tipped over by Verbruggen. But again, this is what I'm saying. Brighton are a team that give you opportunities in the transition on the counter-attack. That's what Brighton do. Like, they can play well. They can play, like, again, people call us Brighton 2.0 for a reason, right? Do all the right things until that big mistake you make. And then you're there for the taking. Anyway, Sancho spreads that wide to Cole Palmer in behind. First time ball inside the box. And it's an own goal by Verbruggen. Bro, I was literally saying, him and Sanchez, they've been the most error-prone goalkeepers. The most error-prone goalkeepers in the Prem this season. All Brighton affiliated. Yeah? How am I just manifesting this stuff into reality? These types of teams, man, they beat themselves. Listen, I say that knowing the fact that we also can beat ourselves. Look at this. Look how this is diabolical, man. Anyway, this is good play. Look at like Cole Palmer. This is well worked. Played on side by the guy on the left side. Oh my lord. Cole Palmer hits that ball first time inside the box. How does Verbruggen? How is that an own goal from that situation? That is terrible, man. This guy's positioning was awful. Look. He didn't protect his near post at all. He clearly got no confidence. Like, if I was in goal, this is the shit I would be doing. Yo, that is shambolic, man. But I can't even laugh when we got Robert Sanchez. He'd be doing the same shit. But anyway, thank you for that gift, Brian. Thank you for that gift. Now I'm feeling very confident now. Now I'm feeling very confident. But that's it. Like, listen, but trying to do Brighton with £1 billion budget, right? Brighton are like our little brother at the moment. They are. Like, they huff and puff. They try and show they're ready to take us on. You know what I mean? But ultimately, they're not there yet. They don't have the quality. They don't have the experience. And it's just funny that most of our games against them kind of end up this way. But I'll take that. Listen, if I'm going to be watching football on, Saturday night, 8 p.m, yeah, I want to see goals at least, man. Can we make this 4 or 5-0? Anyway, Neto, Lamptey carries it now. Counter-attack. Danny Welbeck drifts to the left side. Plays it back inside to Matoma. Brilliant player. Back to Lamptey. Lamptey looks to take on Gusto. In-swinger. And Sanchez is there. And Sanchez is showing the levels right now, yeah? I'm not going to lie. Who got a bit nervous that you might be bundling that in then? Anyway, counter-attack time. Like, these games against Brighton are kind of fun. Like, I remember every game against Brighton just being like a counter-attack fest. You attack, we attack, you attack, we attack. Hey, listen. Like, if it's going to be like that, I'm okay with that, you know? Anyway, Toast on the ball. Back inside to Moises. Moises, first time to Dewsbury Hall. Good position there. Dewsbury Hall heads up. Plays it back to Cucurella. Sancho plays it back inside. Back to Moises. And it does feel like, again, if you're going to be using Nkunku, I was saying false 9. Look how deep Nkunku's position is. Look where Cole Palmer's playing. It seems like we're playing more of a traditional 4-3-3. No, like, inverted fullbacks this time. And I was mentioning the point that when you have a false 9, you can't have your central guys combining with the false 9 player. The threat has to come from out wides. That's how the system makes sense. That's how you find the balance. So, it's only 8 minutes in so far. Let's watch things a bit more as the half goes on. But at the moment, it does seem like Nkunku has a bit more license to drop very deep, leave that striker position. And Brighton's defence don't have anyone to mark. They don't have anyone to pick up. They don't have anyone to stay onto. And this is going to help us transitionally. Like, we've made like 2 or 3 great moments already playing this way. So, at least we're seeing some of the things that I was hoping we'd see if Nkunku was going to play up front. I was saying, I don't want to see Nkunku playing a poor man's Nico Jackson. If you're using Nkunku, false 9 this guy, yeah? He can't be spearheading attacks. He has to be withdrawing from the play and coming in deeper. Thank you, Brighton. Oh, fuck's sake. Moises, don't foul him. Stick with him. Chalobah, great defending. Is that ours? Oh, great defending. Listen, Chalobah's not world class. He's not top 10 defenders. But listen, like for squads here, you need to have that reliable squad player that always gives you 7 out of 10. Yeah? Because this is what makes the fabric of a team. Having these types of guys. Where if anything happens to my star defenders and Chalobah's in the team, I know straight away I can expect a degree of quality and reliability from this guy. I mean, that was a great tackle then against Ruta. Robert Sanchez is just unable to really do too much of this passing. Fair enough. Okay, but seeing things a bit different. So when we're pressing now, it seems to be Palmer moves up with Nkunku to have like 2 up top, which I guess could make sense against Brighton. If it was against a better team, probably not, right? But against Brighton, you probably can afford to make it like a 4-4-2 off the ball. That makes sense. See, as you guys are noticing. Okay, played back inside. I'm such an idiot. Why did I not wear the 3rd kit today? Shit, maybe half time, I might have to quickly go down and put it on. Belieber. Do you guys remember that we made an inquiry for Belieber in the final moments of the window? This is what I mean. Like, you do that shit for the summer. Or you could have made that inquiry after the window, right? Like, going back to what King Rod was saying earlier. It's like we weren't focused enough in the window. Like, you have to be realistic. Yeah, you can't be looking for the best opportunities in January. You have to tell yourself, you know what? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get no one in January unless you're overpaying like we did in the 22-23 season. So if you're not going to do that, all you got to do realistically is use your scouting resources to look for short-term experience and relief, yeah? That's what you need to do. Oh, shit! Oh, my fucking lord. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm disappointed we conceded, but I have to say that cross was unreal. I have to say that. That delivery was... that was unreal. Yeah, that delivery was unreal. And the header to execute that... listen, I'm hurting, but I gotta say, the quality, my lord, that was unreal. I gotta see that again. Who played that cross then? Is that Hinselwood? What kind of mad cross was that first time? Good lord. I mean, what's that saying about our defence, man? Out of position, picking up no one. But that first time delivery was that quick and that good. It took everyone out. Oof. Hey, I have to give credit for that. Veltman. That was Veltman. Bro, these pro players, they surprise you. You know? Like the most average pro player can produce moments like this for fun. That cross. Damn, I know the marking. But you guys, that cross was first time. It was that quick and it was that good. It was that good that I have to give credit for that. That was an excellent equalizer from Brighton. Fuck's sake, game on now. Yeah, I know, it was open. It looked like it was Veltman. Was that Hinselwood or Veltman? Bro, I'm getting these guys mixed up. It looked like, in the replay, it looked like Veltman. Come on, Preston Dewsbury, that's it, win it. Played. Oh, Dewsbury, mate. What the hell was that, mate? Oh, Dewsbury, mate. That's a yellow card, great. You know, we needed this guy to play the full 90, realistically. Oh. Yeah, Dewsbury, don't be getting no second yellows now, man. Yeah, he was stretching for that. He was forcing that too much then. But yeah, I mean, again, moments like that. Obviously, no one's picking up Ruta, which is really annoying. The organisation to get back to pick up your man, you know, when the new phase of play was beginning, it wasn't good. But then equally, even though that wasn't perfect, I have to say that cross was just fucking mad. Like, it's one of those type of undefendable crosses where Van Dijk, that ball was going over the head of Van Dijk in that moment. And I'm not making excuses up for Chalobah or Tosin. Like, you guys have to hear what I'm saying. I'm not here to make excuses up. I'm just literally respecting the quality produced against us. That's all I'm simply doing. I'm just respecting that cross. Do you see that swerve? I thought that I was seeing like a FIFA highlight for a second then. I'm not going to lie. That's the type of fake swerve you can put on the ball when you're playing a video game. When Veltman's putting that ball in and Ruta with a excellent header. I mean, I can't even be mad at Sanchez. He dove in the right direction. It was a quality in the end. Anyway, oh, Palmer. That was nearly a delicious ball, man. And you see, when Palmer gets to play on the right channel, chat, he can start to play those passes in behind a bit more. Like, I've been missing him finding the runners in behind. Shit, Matoma just glances by. Gusto, shit. Caicedo is there to double up, and at least it's a goal kick now. So Brighton have reacted well. Mad. I feel like we have to find ourselves back in the game. I think we still have opportunities on the counter-attack and transition that we can definitely exploit Brighton with. I think Neto will be great for us in behinds. But let's see, look, Nkunku, false 9. Nkunku, play it to my feet, Kukurai. You've played it backwards for no reason. This is what I mean by the team hasn't clocked Nkunku's wavelength fully. You know what I mean? It's a shame. If they did, I think this guy would be adding so much to us. But look, Nkunku deep. Kick-starting the attack now. Left foot pass to Dewsbury Hall. Palmer's vacated the space there. Nkunku on the ball again. Back inside to Gusto. Nice little 1-2. Gets tackled, but wins the free kick at least. I mean, I'm really interested to see what we do with Nkunku. False 9 like this, man. Oh, his boot came off. Anselmino, Amugu, bro, look at... This guy's looking hella young, man. I remember like once upon a time in the fan base, like there was a time where we wanted to see more youth, which was cool, which is normal, you know what I mean? But we love doing extremes at this football club, where if we want to sign youth, we have to sign them younger and younger and younger. It's not really adding up now. Anyway, Nkunku, I feel like he'll score against Brighton today. I just have this suspicion, to be honest. I want to see Sancho step up. And a lot of guys are on like Noni and Neto. But Sancho doesn't really get scrutinized as much. Like, remember, he was doing it in the CL with Dortmund. You know, he's been doing these big boy things. Anyway, oh, yes, Neto has the strength against Tyreek all day. All day. That's it. Good play, Neto. I want to see Neto build from his performance against West Ham, you know? I want to see Neto be one of the stars today. Like this, we signed this guy for like around 60 million. Let's not forget that. We signed him for big flipping money, yeah? That's it. Come on. Keep the ball a bit now, boys. That's it. Let's move Brighton onto us now. Back inside to Moises. Completely unmarked. No one for Brighton's marking him. And when you don't mark Moises, he'll start pinning passes like that in behind you. That's it, Neto. Little bit. Again, most of our right wingers are a bit one-dimensional. Let's keep things honest. Like, Esteval can maybe bring us a bit more imagination in terms of how he like takes his man on. But regardless, so as I'm saying, Neto, I want to see Neto build from his performance against West Ham. Like, he's not having like 1, 2, 3, 4 great games in a row. Like, he has great cameos, great moments, but he doesn't build from that this season. Like, that has to improve now. Like, I'm at a point right now where I'm scrutinizing everyone properly now in this team. You know, I want to get CL this season. No more excuses now. I don't care. No more excuses. Everyone has to do their bit now. So you, Neto, Sancho, Dewsbury Hall, Sanchez, and Nkunku, you guys have to step up now, yeah? You have to step up. There's less competition your way now. After this January window has ended, you should be happy. Fuck's sake, Palmer. Moises. This guy's he's got to do a lot of defending today. Anyway, we've regroups now. And Nkunku's applying pressure on Van Henke. Back to Veltman. Veltman, the little swerve he can play with the passing. I didn't know he had that. Again, I'm not watching Brighton week in, week out. But he did come from Ajax, Veltman. You know, he has played CL. He has played in Europe. He's not like a mug, I guess. That's it. Good play. But I like how we're kind of moving the ball a bit, you know. We're putting our foot on the ball a bit more now. And we're doing something. Sanchez, of course, hitting it out of play. As of course he's going to do that. Of course he's going to do that. Okay, so we're keeping our shape very compact because we want Brighton to play the ball out wide. That seems to be the game plan at the moment. Anyway, Lamptey in behind against Gusto. Gusto's pace is going to be key against Matoma and Lamptey today. That's going to be a difficult game for Gusto. Anyway, well won. Moises wins it. Brought down by Ruta. Is that a yellow card? Yes, dish it out right now. And I'll be honest with you guys, every time I see Moises getting a bit of contact, getting fouled, getting hit, I just get nervous now. I'll be honest. I just have this like terrible thought in my head that if anything happens to Moises this season, I think we might be done, man, honestly. But at the moment, Brighton don't seem to have much of a game plan for Caicedo. Like, he's finding himself on the ball in a lot of free space. I think we're moving it left to right really well. You know, I think the fact Brighton can't man mark a striker. Look, Nkunku's dropped very deep again. Very deep again. It seems like we're looking to overload one side to free up the other side. So a lot of things I've been saying in my last like few match reviews and previews, it feels like I'm seeing some of this in action right now, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised by. I wasn't expecting to see that, but I like that. It feels like things are a bit more fluid too, if you guys are noticing. Sancho's a bit inside. Gusto plays that to Neto. Neto. Fucking hell. What kind of... I've never seen a tackle like that in my life. Wow. That's a bit of a mad one. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Come on. Shit, Minter against Kukurea. That's it. Well hoofed by Dewsbury Hall. Neto, that's yours, Neto. That's yours. Okay, unlucky. I know we've equalized, Brighton have equalised, it's annoying, but at least we've got our foot on the ball a little bit more now, you know? Okay, Sanchez, straight back into Tosin. Brighton are letting us play out from the back here. They're not really pressuring our centre-backs at all right now. They're also looking to use a bit of a mid-block, and I think they're pressing more when the ball finds itself out wide. Anyway, Kukurea now, he's spreading himself wide to the left. Dewsbury Hall is making himself a passing option, but no, back inside to Moises. Moises, great play by Moises. Very brave play too. You know, the way he opens his body up to receive. It's like when you're playing out against teams like this, yeah, you have to be brave on the ball a lot of times, you know. And Nkunku, nutmeg, unlucky, Belieber's there to mop things up. Anyway, pressure applied by Nkunku. Ball finds itself to Van Henke. Heads up. He carries it forward. Ball in behind to Welbeck. That's yours, Jalaba. That's yours. That's yours, and that's it. That's it. Okay. So again, outside of that, incredible cross from Veltman, Brighton have not done anything at the moment. Kukurea. Ball in behind. Sancho wasn't there, ready to receive it. Come on, you guys. Focus on your defensive shape right now. No more stupid mistakes. Brighton push up very high right now. They're there for, if they lose the ball, they're potentially there to get hit in the transition, but Dunk plays it backwards. So I get it, you know, when you're playing at this level, you have to play with a degree of risk, right? If you want to win, you know, if you want to have your key guys in good areas, they need support around them, and to have that support, you have to push your lines up at times. But this is what I mean. I feel like there's maybe 1-2 counter-attack breaks against Brighton in this game tonight. I really feel like that, because there's always been these moments against Brighton. Yes, good interception by Neto. Oh, good play, good stall, nice pass and move. Oh my God, offside. That's a waste, boys. That is such a waste, man. Massive waste. But Lampsey's tackle was weird, man. Okay, what you guys saying in the chat? Bro, the defensive line is open as hell. Yep. Dave, Nkunku isn't impressive. Yep. Christian, already see Brighton want it more. Okay. Brighton getting physical charges. The arguing amongst themselves. This is actually our level of the team is simmered. Nkunku looks done with football right now. Nkunku needs to up his game. This isn't Germany. Okay. Good Lord. You guys are not happy to be watching a game of football tonight, clearly. Oh, that's it. See? Nkunku drops deep and there's opportunity to runs in behind to the space. The quality wasn't there then with the final ball, but I see the idea behind breaking down Brighton. If we get our quality right, there's a moment here to get something in this game. I mean, Van Bruggen just looks like he's... Yeah, let's try and force some shots against this guy. Let's test his confidence now. If there's been one disappointing thing in 25 minutes, is that we've rarely tested the goalkeeper. Even though he made one of the worst howlers of the last, 2 years. Anyway, great midfield play by Moises. Belieber is trying to get onto this guy, but he can't get close to Moises at the moment. And see, look at that fucking pin ball in behind for Moises. What a game for Moises at the moment. Just play it back to Gusto now. Play it back to him, brother. Oh, fuck's sake. Bro, you know what? One player I miss, I can't believe it, but I'm missing Mudryk. At least Mudryk was showing that in the Conference League. There was something he was showing something, right? he was showing something. Yeah, some might say, Nini, that's the level. Like, I get that. But boy, like, we miss having that, like, option down the left, right? Like, Mudryk, I don't know, maybe. Mudryk makes you dream about possibilities that don't exist. That he has that power. Oh, great play. Yes, Dewsbury Hall. Good play, Dewsbury. Great play. Come on, look at Palmer, Sancho. Okay, you're not going to play with your right foot. Back to Neto. Neto plays it back inside to Cole. Come on to Moises. Moises. Okay, he can't take a shot now. He's getting closed down by Ruta. Yes, Palmer. But it's interesting because normally Palmer is the main focus in terms of where the ball goes. You know? Oh, fucking hell, ref. Book this guy right now, ref. Are you mad? Book this guy right now, man. These guys are crazy. Minter, get out of here, kids. You're outrageous, man. Outrageous from Veltman. Oof. But you know, like when players react like that, like Veltman, you know they're guilty. Because the thing is, Kukurea, that's going to hurt anyone who gets tackled like that. You're not going to milk that. Yeah, you're already in pain. So the fact you're trying to like gaslight the situation and make it look like Kukurea is like acting up is, nah, I'm not having that, man. But I don't know, this half so far, I found this half quite interesting tactically. I think we do look quite fluid. I think the only thing letting us down a little bit is like the final third quality. Like I'm seeing, like if you guys look at the movement and positions, like there is a sense of threat in what we're doing. But it's the execution right now. But again, this Brighton team, outside of that one moment they've had, they've done nothing at the moment. So listen, there's still like over an hour of football left. It's not over right now. I'm feeling optimistic. As I said before the game started, I want to be surprised. I want to see some things, right? Anyway, Cole Palmer about to take this dead ball situation. Palmer, who does he find? Hits the first man, but at least it's a corner. If you're going to like not connect with anyone, at least win us a corner at least, right? But I do feel like we've made Brighton work a bit off the ball. Especially with the movement that we're showing, you know? Like I was saying earlier, normally Cole Palmer is involved in a lot of our build-up play. But he's been not on the periphery, but he's not been the main focus in terms of how we're playing right now. And maybe Brighton had more of a game plan to manage Cole Palmer tonight. You know what I'm saying? Could that be the situation? And maybe Maresca's thinking if I need to use Nkunku, I need to try and give both these guys life, right? Anyway, Palmer, that's a much better ball. Gusto, I don't know what the hell that was. Come on, Sancho. Who's going to have been that? Okay, Moises. Come on, put pressure back on the ball. That's it. That's ours. That's ours. Gusto plays it back to Sanchez. Sanchez, no stupid mistakes. Hits that with his left foot to Matoma for some reason. Just like no conviction, no quality, no nothing. Fair enough. And it's out of play. Okay. See what I mean? Brighton been quite sloppy since their equalizer. Got one moment, man. Like, Veltman plays that cross 10 times. It don't find Ruta the way it did. Anyway, good play. Another 1-2. Moises. But really trusting Moises to be the guy to progress us by himself today. He's got a lot of responsibility being the only holding midfield player in the team. Like, he's relishing the responsibility. But you think to yourself, like, eventually, could a mistake come by, like, volume? You know what I mean? I mean, Cole Palmer on the left, on the right side. He's trying to force a Hollywood pass. Wasn't needed. Palmer back again. Plays it back inside to Moises. Moises squares that ball to Kukurea. Receives it back again. Oh, great ball from fucking hell, Moises. Oh, my Lord, boys. Oh. Do you see what I mean? That pass. Moises, playmaker Caicedo. Christo, I think you could have taken that shot yourself, man. Look at that run. And see what I mean? Oh, nah. I mean, I get the vision. But it's the execution again. Like, if Nkunku got that pass right, this is a free goal for Cole Palmer. But he didn't get enough purchase on the ball enough. But equally, there was a moment for him to try and take the shot instead. But like, you guys, look at what I'm saying about Nkunku playing false nine. Look at the position he starts that run. And you're noticing that Caicedo is our main connector in the game today. Like, he's finding everyone in the final third. Excellent ball in behind for Moises. And to be honest, when you're playing a pass that good, it should be 2-1 right now. It should be 2-1. And it comes down yet again to the quality and the execution. Yeah? The execution and the decision making. Because that should have been 2-1. Look, we win the ball back again from Brighton, but we've got all the possession. We're making things happen. Great pass by Tosin. And Nkunku, I think he's looked quite good in the false nine role. You guys might be thinking different, but I'm seeing things on the field right now. Dewsbury Hall, back to Nkunku, has a lot of freedom to roam in this game so far. Come on, Jaden. Back inside to Kukurea. Tosin, Jalaba. Again, the pass wasn't great. Forced it back, but at least Sanchez is pushed up right now. Back inside to Moises. Belieber can't get close to Moises at the moment. Not at all. Come on, Sanchez. Who are you going to find? Don't fuck this up for us now. Asking so much from Gusto, man. This is what I mean with Sanchez and his decision making. Like, yeah, he's just not as good, man. He really just isn't as good. Where is our midfield this season? Caicedo's been the best player tonight, for sure. And I think, again, he can play this holding role if you want him to play this way. Like, he shows that he can do that. Unlucky. Good idea, though, but Sancho's there to save things. Oh. Okay, and Nkunku was right in front of the goal, exactly. I think he should have taken the shot, I agree. Prane, how you doing, Prane? No guy near the goal to target. No guy up near the goal to target. Listen, I think it's been working in our favour, not having a traditional number 9, to be honest with you. Because Brighton's defenders don't have anyone to pick up. They don't know who to pick up. You know, but we're able to like play these balls in behinds. And I think if we have the quality eventually, we'll get something against Brighton tonight. So I think the approach from Maresca isn't bad, in my opinion. You know, considering we have no striker and you're actually using Nkunku in a better way, you're using Nkunku as a false 9, I'm fine with this, to be fair. Like, chat, we have to be patient. We're not going to be winning this game 3-4-0. So don't have those expectations in the back of your heads, but you're assuming like every action on the ball has to lead to like this goal-scoring moment. In a game like this, where you're playing against Brighton literally next week, we have to play smart. We can't be running like crazy. We can't be forcing X, Y, Z. We have to play smart. Like, getting like a 2-1 win is more than good enough for tonight, yeah? Let's like be humble. Let's remember that. And I'd rather keep possession, not get too tired, and get ready for the Prem game next week, to be fair with you. That's what I want to see. I predicted 2-1. I'm happy for that game to end that way. And I'm happy to have, you know, the guys ready for the Prem game next week. But I mean, again, if I want to see 2 improvements, I want to see more shots on goal, and I want to see better final third execution now. You know, like we always find ourselves in good areas, but we're not, you know, the final ball is the decision making. It keeps letting us down tonight. Okay. Come on. Veltman plays it all the way back now to Van Heck. Back to Lewis Dunk. I get it. Like, if we don't have like Nico up front, you're not going to press aggressively up front, right? So that makes no sense. I guess if anything, you'll look to block out passing angles. So you're seeing that Dewsbury Hall is closer. He's shadowing Belieber. And then, of course, Palmer and Nkunku are doubling up to try and... Oh, Moises. Moises, man. Oh. Like, this guy is such a great enforcer for us this season, but I always get a little bit nervous, man. Like, one of these days, like, he'll get the wrong type of contacts, the wrong type of impacts. You know what I mean? Oh, for fuck's sake. Neto, no. No. Yo, what happens? Yo, what happens? Madueke is coming on now. Oh, and the squad gets thinner. Nah. This is a nightmare. And the squad gets thinner now. Shit. See, like, if anything happens, bro, like, we didn't sympathize with Pochettino last season when he had injuries. It seems like Maresca's set to face what Poch faced last season now. Ah, no, no, no. So no, none of this from Cole Palmer. Okay, so if it's not a real goal, he's not bringing this out. But you're not going to lie, I'm going to sound like an old man, you guys. But I feel like these Prem borders these days, like, they have to be cool 24/7, don't they? Like, everything they have to do is for the cameras. They got to look good. Like, everyone has a fresh haircut, like, every single flipping day they exist. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes when you celebrate, just show some emotion, for God's sake. Just be happy in the moment. Not everything has to be a scripted, like, you know, finger to the temple, flipping burr moment. Like, just be present for the moment. Like, be a bit emotional. Like, yeah, celebrate. Like, not everything has to be like a scripted celebration, man. It's just like, oh, like, everyone has to be cool 24/7 and like keep this cool gimmick going on forever. Like, oh, I don't know, man. That's how you know I'm getting old. I'm definitely getting old, but it's just like, come on, you guys. Like, no one has to be cool like this long, for God's sake. Everyone has to be cool, man. It's so annoying. Anyway, Maresca. My thing is, okay, hopefully Neto's alright. Yeah? That was like a false alarm. Is that a false alarm potentially? Hopefully. Hopefully. Now, what happened? Like, he kind of just like landed his knee a bit funny or something, or I don't know. But it seems like he's okay to come back on. But now we have to like regroup now, come back, defend. I wait for this guy to get his ass back on that field. Gusto. Palmer's doubling up. Back inside to Belieber. Brighton's defense very high up right now. Belieber, okay, Neto's back on the field. Thank God. I think so far Dewsbury Hall has been quite good off the ball in terms of the tackling, in terms of disrupting Brighton's build-up. I think he's done a good low-key role. Yes, Cucurella, good play. Sancho, please. Oh, fuck. Oh, played, boys, played. That was top-class play then. That was top-class play. Counter-attack timing. Kunku in behind to Cucurella. Cucurella back inside to Christo. Oh. What's happening here? Is Neto coming off or... No, he's not. Oh, Lewis Dunk might be coming off. Ooh, okay. He's been feeling something in this game, right? Oh, Minter as well. Oh, shit. Okay, so Minter might be coming off, yeah? Is that Gruder who's about to come on for Brighton? Is that a bit of knee contact? Oh, yeah, I think their knees kind of clashed. Oh, yeah. Oof. Alvarez with a Panenka pen. Oh, fuck. You guys, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin the game for me. I'm going to watch you later. Is it still recording? I need to make sure it is, man. So Dunk's about to come off, is he? Okay, Chalobah. Moises. Palmer drops deep inside. Back inside to Cucurella. Cuckoo. Sancho, who's been very quiet in this game so far. Not been too impressed with him. Shit, man. Cucurella. Moises receives. He's been our best player in this half so far. Gusto. Good play, Gusto. Back to Neto. I'm wondering, is there like something with Brighton's pitch today? Is it like too hot? Obviously, the temperature's quite cold right now. It's getting very like freezing at the moment. Is the pitch not like wet enough? Is that why a lot of players are like feeling like this impact and like all these like jolts as well? Like maybe. Neto back inside to Gusto. Gusto, left foot pass to Moises. 1-2 in behind. Oh, great pass from fucking Moises. But good defending in the end then. And it's a goal kick now for Brighton. But Moises is passing today. Like, I feel like Moises is low-key putting on like a passing masterclass. Look at that. Like Mikel would have been proud of that passing behind then. And it makes you think, like, a lot of times, you guys, I'm going to sound a bit mad, but I see Moises playing the passes that we thought Enzo was supposed to play, right? Like, we can't really say that Enzo plays like a much better pass over the top than Moises does right now, can we? I don't think so. Ah, shit. Shit. Please, Sanchez. Don't foul him. Oh, good. Okay, so good that Sanchez didn't feel the need to rush out then. I think Russo was waiting for that. So that was good goalkeeping from Sanchez. And then look, Chalobah forces him wide. Okay, so that was good defending. It looks kind of like a mad situation, but they controlled it enough where Russo had zero option to do anything. And well defended by Cucurella to get back in time to support these guys. So they controlled Rutter in that moment then. He wasn't able to get the ball on his right foot or cut inside or do nothing. So, you know, that was a good moment, but we gave away a corner. And we have to hope now that we don't concede from this. Chalobah, Tosin, Dewsbury Hall. Come on, Sanchez. This is your bread and butter in these moments, man. They're trying to put pressure on him. Minter, in-swinger, far post. Welbeck can't get his leg over it properly. Sancho kind of pussies out then. Oh, okay, and Sanchez wins that. Can he release the attack? Yes, he can. Straight to Neto. Not the best pass to fucking Gusto Neto. Like, Gusto can't do much then, but Kunku somehow wins that with his head. But the moment's not completely controlled, and now Brighton are back in shape now, so that's a little bit annoying. Anyway, Dewsbury Hall, good position to receive the ball back and out wide to Cucurella. Sancho, hella quiet from Jaden today, very quiet. Moises. Who's he found? Over the top to Dewsbury Hall. That's a great run from Dewsbury. But someone should be on the far post making that run then, man. You know? Like, when you're playing the false nine, you need the guys left and right to be in tandem. So if, like, Dewsbury Hall can't make that run by himself. Like, Palmer should have been on the outside making the same run. Like, that's how you unlock these teams, you know? Like, when I've seen Paris Saint-Germain play, they use, like, similar type of, you know, off-the-ball movements to break teams down. I've always felt like our off-the-ball movement isn't perfect yet. It's got promise, but it's not, like, at the level of, like, the best clubs, you know? Oh my lords, bro, please. Nah, come on, man. That's a bit of an L, I can't lie. Now counter attack to Brighton, for fuck's sake. Yes, well defended Tosin. Well cleared by Neto. Come on, boys, put the pressure back on. Wait, what the hell was that, man? Is he still on the grounds? Or maybe I'll give credit. What if by accident, like, something went inside his eye or something, or I don't know. I mean, it didn't look good, and he's back now, so a little bit of an L. And that was, what the fuck was that from Van Henke? Terrible. He's trying to laugh it off now. Okay. That kind of recontextualizes things. Yeah. I get Lewis Dunk, he's trying to... that's a bit mad. And the ref's not calling that up. The referee's not calling for that. Long goal kick. Yeah, we're not going to win those type of balls. Gusto all the way back to Sanchez. Sanchez is play it wides. Left foot. Sanchez, man. Just put us under pressure again. He's really bad at kicking, isn't he, Sanchez? He's just not good at that part of the game. Oh. Slight elbow on Palmer, no VAR. Yeah, of course. I mean, that looks a bit mad to me. I mean, I understand that Dunk didn't mean to do that because you're looking to just kind of push away Palmer and, put him off. But it was very lazily done and he made contact with his head. Well, I think that's it right now, boys. I think that's it. 1-1. At least we have something to take now into the second half. I'm not angry about nothing. I think we have to have some perspective in this game today. We got a big game next week against Brighton. Certain guys are out injured. It's not the optimum settings for the team right now. We don't need to see 3-4-0. This was going to be like a 2-1 type of game. You know what I mean? 3-2, 2-1. It's a tight win we're looking for tonight. Yeah. I wasn't expecting like lots of opportunities, lots of shots. If anything, I'm kind of pleased with the control we've had on the ball. I think we've kind of limited Brighton's threat quite a lot. It means that we aren't necessarily creating as many opportunities, but I think in a game like this, I want to feel a bit of safety on the ball. I want to feel safety in possession. I want to defend with the ball in this game today, And listen, Baliba's been kind of quiet for Brighton, not being that effective at all. Their wide threat hasn't been as penetrating as you thought it might be in Matoma and Mensah. And a few times we produced the moments of quality where we should have done something. I think that big moment was that pass in behind from Moises. Excellent ball from Moises. I think Nkunku's idea was a good one. But if that's your plan, then you have to execute the final ball. But equally, the pass was that good that I don't think you had to even look for Cole Palmer. I think there was a moment there to take a shot. Is that Nkunku not being as confident because he's not playing as often? Because we can't forget that, you guys. When you're not playing regular minutes week in, week out, when you're not starting games, you can't have these unrealistic expectations that most players can come in out from nowhere and instantly impact the game. Did he get to do much with the rare few minutes he was given? Absolutely not. That's the reality of things. So, I don't know. Like I said, I've got a very realistic expectation for ourselves in this game today. I'm not expecting fireworks or big things or surprises. And I don't have to see that. And I don't want to see that. I just want to see a tight win. I want to see us crawl over the line. And I hope we go through to the next round of the FA Cup. And then we get ready and have enough left in the tank for Brighton in the Premier League. Because the Prem game for me is a much bigger game for us. Even though that doesn't mean I want us to leave this competition. No, we have to remain in the FA Cup, but we have to also think about the Prem game next week, right? EK, yeah. Let's answer some questions now, chat. Let's go through them. What are you guys saying? Ronald, there's no chemistry in this team. These guys not on the same page. I definitely get what you're saying, but you have to understand, Ronald, that we're playing a bit differently. We're playing without a striker. And Nkunku's playing more false nine. We've done a few good things with our movements in behinds, but it's the execution for me that's not been great, to be fair with you. But let's wait for the second half. Let's see what can come. But I think realistically, knowing the context of the lineup today and how we have to play, We can't be expecting fireworks. We're not going to see like, 100% chemistry in the team. It's not going to work like that. Jar score. And Nkunku has been useless as expected. Sanchez literally hasn't made a long ball to a Chelsea player yet. Dewsbury Hall has made some decent runs, but then done nothing with them. I mean, I hear what you're saying. But it's a little bit harsh. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. It's not been amazing. And I don't want you guys to think I'm making up excuses. All I'm saying is that I just have a realistic expectation of this game. These types of 2-1 games that they're played like this, right? We weren't going to have 15 shots on goal today. That wasn't going to be the case. If anything, we're playing for the moments. And, if we're going to be using Nkunku false 9, and a team that hasn't really played this manner this whole season, it's the first time we've really seen like a proper false 9 without Nico Jackson. The team knows how to play with Nico, not Nkunku up front. All I can hope for is that the moments that we can produce against this Brighton team, they get executed. I mean, I think that's the best we can do right now. That's the best we can do. There's no guy off the bench who's going to turn things around for us. We aren't going to bring on another striker out from nowhere to make it 2 up front. We're very limited in terms of what we can actually do to even like do something different in this game or turn things around. So we have to realize today, all I want to see is that these guys fucking work hard. I want to see that these guys are disciplined. I want to see these guys keep the ball. I want to hope we can stifle Brighton. And I want to hope that we get lucky enough with a few chances today. That's all I care to see, realistically. That's all I care to see. Anyway, Tedros, come on Chelsea. Yes, Sacre Bleu, KDH, Sancho and Neto are even doing... I mean, yeah, exactly. I get what you guys are saying. It's not being perfect from everyone, but I don't know. I made my point. Bring on Noni for either Neto or Sancho. I think Sancho, I guess, if I was to say like a disappointing player, I'd probably say Sancho. He really stands out to me in this game today. I think he's been very quiet, not offered us much at all, and not really brought much threat to the left-hand side. Like, if you're going to use a false 9, don't have the false 9 guy roam every position to get on the ball. Like, you have to offer a threat from out wide. I think Sancho's been very quiet so far. He's running at man, running into them, not running past them. He needs to step up second half because he's not playing week in, week out to feel any fatigue at the moment. And I have to see more from Sancho, for sure. Blue Heaven and Profits, yep. Robbie Verbruggen had a howler inside 5 minutes, so we decided to test him 2 more times in the first half. Exactly. But, you know what I mean? We don't have Nico up front who's going to spearhead attacks and like really like allow us to press high. Like, I can really go into so much detail, but because we're playing with a false 9, it even means that how we're pressing off the ball is very different. A lot of times we're pressing on the front foot. We're looking to press, the defenders on the ball. We're not doing that this time. Like, instead, we're going into like a 4-4-2 shape. Nkunku and Cole Palmer are up front, but they're not pressing guys on the ball. Instead, they're blocking out passing lanes. And the main presser we're seeing up front is Dewsbury Hall pressing Belieber to stop Brighton playing the ball in the middle, because we're forcing Brighton to play out wide. So, you know what? I wish I had like a little tactical pad or something to explain what I'm talking about. I feel like, I think it'd be very hard for a lot of people to really get what I'm describing or what I'm seeing. But I think what I can say is that because we've got limitations in the team right now, Maresca he's planned for that. He's changed things. He's tweaked things to accommodate the changes we're playing with. And I think we have to just accept that because, I mean, realistically, there's not so much we can do with what we have right now. Let's keep it real, man. Like, there's not much we can do right now. All we can hope is that the players to step up now, David, Chelsea went from having too much players to being... We went from having too much players to being needy. Exactly. Like, there's always an extreme. There's never a balance. It's either all in or all out every single time. EK, Nato off, Noni in, Enzo on, Dewsbury Hall off, Palmer striker, Nkunku 10 position. I mean, yeah, bro, but EK, like I'm saying, Nkunku's not... No one's playing striker for us in this game. No one's playing striker in this game. Like, look at the off-the-ball stuff, you guys. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at the off-the-ball stuff. use traditional fullbacks. We have been kind of using that a lot in this game. We haven't been using the inverted stuff, to be honest with you. Blue Heaven, I think the coach's tactics are contributing to the problem. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get the tactical stuff. I know it's like, unless you're doing like some big video breaking down the game, it's not everyone sees it. I get it. But I feel like some of you guys are kind of like wrong with the assessment so far. Like, listen, it's not a great game. But I think realistically, we can't be expecting some peak performance today with the condition in the team. Like, we have to have that in the back of our minds when we're assessing things. Otherwise, you're going to disappoint yourself today. You're going to be frustrated for no reason, in my opinion, because you're not accepting the limitations we're seeing right now. Blue Heaven, yes, timid. Jace, do you think we should swap Neto and Sancho to stretch the play? Maybe. I think, listen, if I don't see Sancho step up 10 minutes after the start of the second half, take him off, bring on Noni. Either play Noni on the left, which, listen, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Noni tried on the left. I think Maresca's done that once this season. I think I wouldn't mind seeing Noni doing that. That would be a bit of a different threat for Veltman down that side. And I think that Noni could probably get like another card out from Veltman, to be honest with you. That could be an option. Outside of that, Enzo Fernandez naturally will come on at some point. I think to maybe replace either one of Nkunku or I think Dewsbury Hall might have to end this game because I need like energy. I need a midfield player. And Dewsbury Hall is fit enough to play full 90 minutes. He won't be doing that next week. So I think we have to rely upon this guy. Let's see what happens there. But outside of that, we don't have like many strong options really to turn to that's going to turn the game around. It's like I'm hoping that we can just bag something, get a bit of luck, produce a moment of quality. You know, even though we've not been amazing, we have to see the other side where we haven't allowed Brighton to really play. Like, you guys can't ignore that. We haven't allowed Brighton to really test us. They're the home team, remember. Brighton are the home team. They have the expectations to attack. They've not really done much. Can I try and find like the tactics maybe to like discuss the points I'm mentioning maybe on Sofa School? Let me see if I can do that real quick, chat. Let me see if I can do that. So I can, like, because again, I know Brighton haven't done too much on the ball in terms of threat or anything right now. So again, it's one of those games where can we start with them enough and then bag something in the end and hope that that's enough to at least progress us into the latter rounds. That's what I need to see today, you boys. I don't have to see nothing else outside of that. Nothing else. Okay, let me... Okay, interacts. Let me see the stats of this game. Oh, it's not working. Okay, now it's coming on. Now it's coming on. Do. Come on, hurry up. What's the stats saying? First half. Okay, lineups. Okay, so Ruta's the only one performing there. Palmer, yes, Moyes is our best player. Left hand side's been a bit weak. Yep. Where's the stats? Statistics. Okay, so we've had more possession, as we know. Brian, big chance. Yep. Not many opportunities. Where's the expected threat? That's what I'm looking for. Where's the expected threat? Shit, I forgot how to use this site, man. Where's expected threat? I'm kind of overcomplicating things. You know what? I don't care no more. Let me just answer your questions. What you guys saying? David's Robert Sanchez is allergic to clean sheets. Yep. Nkosi, all of Robert Sanchez's long balls have been turned back to Brian. Exactly. Every single one of Sanchez's long balls have just been free possession back to Brian. I mean, this guy, he can't be here. We can't build with Sanchez next season. It's the reality. CAA Mafia, Caicedo, best DM in the league. Do you guys agree? Do you think Moises Caicedo is the best DM in the country? Let us know in the chat, man. Lunga, our wingers ain't been good enough this season. Outside of Noni, this is why I felt like the criticism Noni gets is harsh. Because listen, obviously this guy has to improve and get better. We know that. But people scrutinize Noni so much that they forget about Neto, who cost 60 million and nearly double the price of Noni. And they forget about Sancho and they forget about everyone else. Like, it's just, there's no balance to the criticism. And in games like this, you see it, don't you? You see it. Yes, Joshua Haney, how you doing too, bro? How you doing, man? Moetti can definitely see Caicedo being the best midfielder in the world. I think he has that potential. I've been very impressed by Moises in this game today. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. Kremeg, yep. Stefan, Sancho's, he's been our worst player in this game, I'd say. He's been our worst player for sure. Wasting time. Sanchez hit 2 or 3 decent long balls. Trying to remember them, bro. Maybe he did, but I really cannot remember. I think there was one he hit saying Kunku, maybe, and he kind of salvaged that with his head. Outside of that, I can't really remember. Shark School. Remember, guys, the reason we loaned out Petrovic and kept Sanchez is because he's better with the ball at his feet. I know. Like, all these reasonings that just mean nothing right now. Like, all the bullshit, all the excuses. That's the frustrating thing, you know. It makes you like lose a little bit of confidence because this stuff gets publicly and confidently like broadcasted for us to read, and then it gets contradicted like a month or two later. I don't know, man. Prane, absolutely hands down. Yep. David, it's time we Chelsea fans need to limit our expectations on this club. Baraska is shit, period. I know what you guys are saying, but I mean, again, I'm going to use this word. It's called perspective. And with perspective, think who would be doing better with this team right now? You've got no striker. Like, do you think like either one of Palmer or Nkunku would become world class? As like, it doesn't make sense. Like, half of you guys are like criticizing the players, and the other half is criticizing the manager. Like, how does it make sense? You know what I mean? How does it add up? For me, it's just more the players having to step up now. You know, everyone's been complaining about Neto and Sancho. You're complaining about these guys for a reason because they haven't really offered much. They should be offering something, right? Unless you guys think the manager isn't using Sancho and Neto properly. If you think he's not using them properly, then I understand the criticism. But, you know, it can't... There has to be like a bit of balance, you know? And Nene, our attack isn't clicking this game. It isn't at the moment. Alex, what's the best football knowledge you ever got? Oh, that's such a good question. Honestly, man, I think I learned something every single season. Like, I'm like a sponge. I'm always looking to learn. But it'd be hard for me to like name one thing because it's like a constant thing with me, you know? Like, I'm humble enough to know that I don't have no badges. I'm not going to act like I know better than managers. So this is why I like to understand what goes on. And from like understanding what goes on, like before back in the day, I'd be saying the manager's shit, he's not good enough, blah, blah, blah. But now when I say that, it's like I feel like I have like more of a reason to understand why I feel this way compared to just thinking in the back of my head, oh, but the manager should be doing better because I'm looking at this player, I'm looking at that player. And I just think to myself, should something not automatically just be working? It doesn't work like that. I can understand that. Like, I've spoken to a few guys who've got their coaching badges who work in the game. And I asked them, like, what's like, you know, what's things that fans don't understand? And if I'm being like serious, like the thing that I've learned from asking this question so many times is that I think we give maybe too much credit to the managers at times. And I say this because you guys don't get it, but a lot of times a manager can tell you a player to do the right thing, and the player just won't do that. Like, players aren't that easy to like manage, like what we think, like what we assume. Like, in our heads we think, oh, you're the manager, you control everything, you're the boss. If you don't listen to the boss, you're out. But you'd be surprised, man. Like, it doesn't really work like that in real life, in the actual game. You know, it's not that simple. Like, for example, like, let's say the manager's asking for, you know, doing the right things, but the players don't respect him. They're not gonna do it just simply based on the fact they don't rate you or don't like you, and then that undermines what you can actually do in your job. So I don't know. I feel like we give, yeah, like, what's the best way to describe what I've learned? I think like we give maybe too much credit for things at times that don't maybe always deserve the credit, if that's one way to think about things. Shit. I'm saying this so badly. Like, I feel like I'm a much better writer compared to like a speaker sometimes. But hopefully that makes a bit of sense if you guys can try and understand what I'm saying. But this is from what I've learned from guys who've actually coached in the game and got coaching qualifications and stuff like that. You know, I think us fans can be very like harsh with our assessments when there's actually a lot more limitations in the professional game that we actually even care to think about, you know? And I think the one thing I'd say is that players probably have a lot more control than what managers actually do. Anyway, Dewsbury Hall on the ball, plays it back to Chalobah. Squares that back to Robert Sanchez. Who's he going to hit it to Brighton this time? No, he doesn't. Okay, Sancho's not going to do nothing there. What can he do? Oh, Dewsbury Hall, don't foul him. Yes, play Dewsbury. Like 2 or 3 times, he's won a tackle and he's like created a counter-attack for us. Nice play, Gusto. Come on, good cross. Oh, shit. That's better play now. Played Moises. Great pass, Moises. Back inside to Neto. Can he take a shot off Neto? Take the shot, Neto. Nah, he's not on balance. He's not in balance for that. Dewsbury Hall. Unlucky. That's a little bit of something at least, you know. Being a bit more aggressive now. So what happened there? Oh. Yo, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Okay, what you guys saying? Apex Academy, we should stop blaming Maraska for decisions the board has made. Thank you. Like, at some point, you guys have to just wake up and just like smell the coffee, man. You know, you need to update your iOS. Like, you have to update your framework now. You know, it's like some of you guys will say the same stuff every single year without even actually thinking about what you're saying. But you have to, because like, if you're investing your time watching a stream on like Saturday night when you can be doing anything else, obviously you care about the game and you like it enough, right? But some of you guys have to like update like your framework on certain things, right? It's not just always Maresca. The manager has to save everything no matter what. Like, it just don't work like that. Come on, man. You know, we need to be a bit more serious now. Because you guys were you're assuming otherwise that what he's supposed to make this team work all of a sudden when he's never played this way at all. I mean, come on. Lamptey. Yes, good footwork from Gusto. Good play from Gusto. I think I'd probably say Gusto has been like the second impressive player alongside Moises. I think he's been alert in this game. I'd say he's been very alert. He's not slacking. Look at him right now. Like, he's keeping a track of Matoma. He's pointing to where teammates should be covering the ball. Little things like that. And Kunku. That's it. We're forcing the ball now to the left sides. Veltman, ball over the top. But Chalobah's there to cover the space in behind. Gets his body in front. And I have to give credit for that, the defending at times. Because like Brighton haven't created much against us at all, really. And when they do try and find opportunities out wide, we've been controlling those moments. So yes, our Brighton now pressing a bit more aggressively, pushing up a bit higher now. They weren't doing that in the first half. See, look, they're looking to press the goalkeeper now. They're trying to force the situation more now. They realise that Sanchez is more likely to give the ball back to them. So if we press very high, 9 times out of 10 we'll get the ball back. Shit, Matoma's cutting inside. Spreads that ball wide to Veltman. Sancho. Okay. Kukurea there. Yes, Kukurea against Minter. Great play. Dewsbury Hall's there to sweep things up. But Baliba's there to sweep the danger away out of play. Dewsbury Hall. I think Dewsbury's been alright in this game today, I have to say. I think he's been decent. Like, defensively, I think he's won a few tackles. He's been pressuring the ball quite well. He's been working hard. He's been moving goods. Like, a lot of, like, supportive stuff. But I want to see one of our wingers actually get past their man. It's been actually way too long. Like, you're playing under a manager that likes to let the wingers shine. I have to see the players step up at wide now. You know, I have to see Sancho stepping up. I have to see Neto stepping up now, man. Kukurea, good play, good pass. Nkunku drops deep. Chalobah on the ball. Back to Robert Sanchez. Dewsbury. Okay. So we're keeping the ball okay so far. Moises drops deep now. He's pointing. He has to play it back now to Sanchez. Sanchez, please. Nothing crazy. Okay, good pass. Good. Palmer, that was good play. I saw Palmer just move into the space out from nowhere. And then like 3 passes now, we're in Brighton's final third. That was good play then. Moises. Palmer. Back inside. We're pushing up our lines a lot higher now. I think it seems like, based on our shape and positioning, we're trying to force the game a bit more now in the second half. Maybe that's part of the game plan. You know, stay in the game first half, go for things second half. Okay, Moises. I feel like Brighton's big mistake is that they've not marked Moises at all. He's had too much time and space to do anything he wants against them in this game. You see what I mean? Like, Neto, man, do you have to play it back inside, bro? Like, is that all you could have done in that moment? Just the save pass. Like, sometimes I think, are these guys too scared to lose the ball? Is that why they always like do this shit sometimes? That's it, Neto. Now burst away. Good. That's it. Like, the cross wasn't all that, but I want to see that type of bravery, for God's sake, man. Oh, Ruta. Shit, mad touch from Ruta. Mad touch from Ruta then. Stay with him, Gusto. Stay with him, Gusto. Quick feet. Huh? Oh, shit. Okay. But that play from Ruta, that touch over the top against Moises, yeah, that was, mad play. Sick play from Ruta, I have to say. But again, we control the counter-attack quite well here. You see what I mean? Matoma's forced to play a Hollywood pass over our defence, but Kukurea was there to mop the danger up. So I feel like it's been a case of both teams kind of cancelling each other out. But I feel like there's just a little bit more our way, where, you know, can we get like 1 or 2 opportunities max to just like take the game away from Brighton? Tosin. See, Sanchez, like, this is what Sanchez does. See what I mean? Like, exactly, Tosin should be mad. He should be mad then, you know? He's put under pressure. He's got no support. But I even think to myself, Sanchez, you would have seen it before you played that pass, that Tosin wasn't going to do shit in that area. So why play the pass there then? But that was bad play from the team then. But it seems like we're pressing a lot higher now. Verbruggen. He's like a young Sanchez, isn't he? Palmer. Back inside. Come on, Palmer. Step it up. Oh, believe it. That was good play. Shit. That was a good pass from Belieber. Come on, Kukurea. Stay on him. Ball him behind. Can we defend that? Good defending, Chalobah. That's yours. Tosin all day. And smacked away from Chalobah. Very good hoof up that field. But I'm seeing again, Belieber was on the ball then. There was no Dewsbury Hall in that moment. This is a very like tight tactical game. Ruta is finding a lot more joy dropping deeper now, I'm noticing. Like, he's dropping into the channels a lot more, receiving. He wasn't doing that in the first half. That's been a little tweak from Brighton in this game. Shit, Lamptey, good defending, Moises. Fuck. No! Oh my lords. That's terrible, man. That touch on Matoma. But I need to see that moment again. Was it not a foul? But again, Ruta just dropping deeper, getting more involved, you know. It's opened things up for Brighton in this game. In the second half. Lamptey deflects off. Tosin just gets a foot at it. Oh my god. No one controls the situation then. No one controls it. Just panicking. Panicking and reacting. Panicking and reacting. I mean, what the fuck happened here between Dewsbury and who? Moises and Dewsbury. Just a little bit of a deflection off Moises. But is that not a foul? I have to see that again. But that was a great goal then from Matoma to just flick the ball away from Sanchez. I think the only thing we can do now is bring on Noni. That's the only thing we have realistically to turn this game around. Is bringing on Noni. Could Enzo maybe offer something? Who knows? Fuck, man. But at the moment, we're just like struggling to really like properly penetrate Brighton enough offensively. So Enzo's on the field now. Enzo for Dewsbury Hall. Okay, Enzo is on. Is Madueke on too? Or is it just Enzo? I don't know. I think Dewsbury could have done a bit better then in that moment, to be fair. I think there was like, he could have salvaged that a little bit better. Come on, win that. And just takes out, one pass takes out the midfields. Anyway, played back for Brighton. Belieber, pass and move. Belieber on the ball again, cuts inside. Good tackle. Okay, Palmer, finally, Palmer's on the ball. Play the pass to Nkunku. Shit, Palmer. Why do you not play it to his feet, bro? This is what I mean. Like, every time it comes to having a possibility, the final third execution, every single time, you know? See what I mean? Look at Nkunku. It's behind me. It's behind me. You know, he kept his run there. He found the space to receive that pass. Like, Palmer should be finding him, man. See, again, Ruta dropping deeper, dropping deeper, dropping deeper. Like, we've not been able to have a solution against it at all. Every time he drops deep, he's receiving, and Brighton are playing forwards. When's Noni going to come on realistically, man? I feel like Sancho's giving us nothing at the moment. Just move Nato to the left, bring Noni on at least, and try and force something, you know? Minter. Oh, shit. Okay. Too high. Yeah, too high. Chalobah's on the ball. Like, I feel like we're finding it harder now to play out from the back now that Brighton are pressing us a lot more aggressively in the second half. A lot more aggressively. Like, they're forcing us into long kicks. We were able to play out against them okay in the first half. But second half has been a lot harder now. Shit. That's yours, Tosin. Good header. Moises. Great pass to Palmer. Come on, Enzo. Who do you find? Squares out wide to find Gusto. He's making the underlapping run. Out wide to Neto. Neto, get past your fucking man. I mean, all we know is how to put a cross in the box, man. That's all we got in us, realistically. Like, come to the ball, make movements off the ball. Like, don't just wait for the ball to find you, man. You know? It's just like everything's in front of the defense right now. Neto. Just, again, Hollywood pass. Who's going to do anything with that? It's like fucking stupid football, man. It's stupid football, for God's sake. It's like the manager said I should do this, so I'm not going to use my brain. I'm going to do it anyway and hope something happens. Oh, is that a handball from Lamptey? Is that not a handball from Lamptey? I'm seeing a different angle from that replay now. Yo. Moises. Yes, Moises. Thank you, Neto. Fucking hell, my lords. Come on, boys. Step the fuck up now. See, putting pressure better now on Moises. Move that ball a little bit faster, man. Back to Chalobah. Where's the options? And Palmer's making a run. Oh, nearly found him. Nearly found him. But it's just like isolated runs. It's not like enough. That's not enough to break down Brighton. Enzo's applying pressure all the way back to Verbruggen. We should be applying the pressure to Verbruggen now, you know? That's yours, Moises. Great fucking touch. Good play, good play. Sancho, make yourself an option. You're hiding in the field now, man. Like, pass and move. Not seeing no runs in behind, no nothing. Tosin, back into Moises. Great pass, Moises. Fucking hell, man. In an alternate universe, Belieber and Moises are playing together and they're just running things in the Premier League. Like, these two together would be like the ultimate midfield force. Let's keep things absolutely real. Caicedo and Belieber, yeah. Oh, finally Sancho, a bit of quality from you, for God's sake. In behind. Ah! That was better, but that was better play then. Tosin. Back to Gusto. Neto. Can he get past Lamptey? Again, who's making the run? It should be like a third man run, but it's too late, Palmer. It's too late, Palmer. Too late, Palmer. Like, when I see Liverpool play, that they always have that runner making that run in the channel every single time, man. Without fail. Like, why even like hide there? Like, the ball's not going to find you, bro. Make that fucking run, man. Neto. Moises. Back to Drev. Into Cucurella. Sancho. Cucurella makes a run first time, but he has to play it backwards. And Kunku now is drifted to the left-hand side. Moises. Back to Drev. Are we trying to suffocate Brian at the moment? We push up very high right now. But again, this is the movement essentially. It's just like, what is there? 1-2. Back to Palmer. Back to Cucurella. Cuckoo spreads out wide to Sancho. Sancho. Get past your man, brother. Good. Back inside. Tosin, okay. That was the wrong header, Tosin, man. But he sweeps it up. Good play by Tosin. Great play. Moises. Good. Keep the intensity up now. Don't let go. Sancho, can you get the shot off? Enzo. Oh, man. Enzo. Enzo just panicked, man. He was not ready to receive that pass at all then. You know, no quality there. Just like... I mean, what was that, man? Terrible play, Enzo. Is Madueke going to come on soon? Are we going to see something different? Hinterwood's coming off. Who's this guy? Who's this guy for Brighton? Who is this guy? I've never seen him before. Who? Paraguayan. Who the hell is this? Did they sign him in January or something? Or Diego Gomez. Okay. Ah, Moses. What can he do though? Yeah, yellow card straight. I think the second half reaction's not been that great, boys, to be fair with you. It's not been there. I think Brighton have stepped up a lot more second half compared to the first half. I thought first half we had more control. Second half, Brighton have stepped the gears up a bit more now. And they've found more solutions against us, and they're looking a bit more dangerous compared to anything we're showing right now. Ah, shit. Anyway, Tolson's there with his big head. Sanchez just about punches it away. And Kunku to Palmer. Palmer. Palmer's not having the best game today at all either. Is this like fatigue? Do you think, you guys? Is this like fatigue playing a part now? I mean, who knows? We had a guy in Felix, but he's not here no more. Shit. Got a super chat here. Sasuke, thank you, bro. Club's done, people F them all. Bro. I mean, I look at this game. If we don't get a result, I'm going to pray that we can somehow, at least, I don't know, force the game somehow. But for me, this is the consequences of not taking advantage of January. I was saying before the January window, I felt like this window was important. I felt like we needed to make smart short-term solutions to help the team. You know, I thought Kolo Muani, I thought this guy would have been good for what we need right now. You know, if Nico's not about, you got a like-for-like Nico replacement that can offer something a little different too. You know, he's scoring goals for fun with Juve at the moment. Yeah, we can't be saying that we couldn't be using Kolo Muani up front with his pace and behind against Brighton. I just felt like instead of doing what was needed for right now, they wasted their time on opportunities like Tel and Garnacho and Yereme and all these players that, you know, just weren't needed for what we need right now. And you pay the consequences, you know. You're letting go of Felix. I mean, listen, Felix wanted to go, but why does he want to leave? Because there's no place for him in the team. But realistically, he could have gone and Kunku could have gone. Many of these guys could have gone. It's like, this is on the directors that they can't be blaming Maresca or anything anymore after this, you know. This should be our best team on paper, but not really. If you look at thank you for that though, Christoph. Not really though, man. Because it's different seeing them as individuals. Individually, yeah. But what is the team really saying, you know? I think it's a shame today that our wide players have been very ineffectual. That's not helped things whatsoever. That they can't get past their man, that they're not able to come inside to offer us much threat. That's not been helpful. Neto, head down, ball back inside, Sancho! He's taking the ball away from goal, man. It's just like, everything's just like not working. Nothing's working right now. I think the second half has been a very bad performance. Neto's ball was interesting, but again, it's like playing like individuals in a way, right? There's what's like the team moves to like really unlock Brighton. Where's the cohesion in the attack? I get it. There's no striker. There's no Nico. We're so reliant on Nico up front. Because all we know is how to play to Nico Jackson. That's what it feels like. We don't know how to play any other type of way. This is why getting a striker was important. Because these guys only know how to play to a striker. And Kunku. Okay, Palmer. Can he affect the game a bit more now? Like, Gusto's inside. Why is he inside? I want Gusto making the overlap out wide, man. Not coming inside to do what? Okay, look. Like, who's out wide now? Just Neto by himself. See what I mean? Like Gusto's in a position not affecting the game. You're going to be making a fucking third man run in behind so Neto can pass the ball to someone. Like, you just see these moments all the time and nothing ever comes off. There's nothing. Like, again, Gusto's inside now. And doing what? I mean, I could get things more. I could get things more in the ball over the top. Palmer! He snatched at it, man. See what I mean? Yeah. Bro, I think the game's going to be over, realistically, you guys. I'm not seeing nothing from this now. Great pass from Cucurella. First bit of quality, and Palmer just cannot connect. Madueke's finally coming on, replacing... Okay, so Tyreek George and Madueke now replacing Neto and Sancho. Come on, can Tyreek force something? Let's see what the kid can do, man. Anyway, Ayari and Joao Pedro are coming on. Beleba's coming off. He's getting ready for the game next week, clearly. Router's coming off too. So they're adding another midfield player and they're playing with a striker up front now. Joao Pedro. I rate this guy, man. I think he's a very good player. Back inside. Can Brighton gift us one more thing? Can Brighton do that for us? Good tackle, Moises. Our only good player. Our only good player in this game. Fuck, man. Come on, Gusto. Doing footwork for no reason, man. Man. Like, what's worse? Is it worse to, like, have a bad start to the season then come back good? Or is it worse to start the season good and then get worse as the season goes on? Noni. Who has his option? Just plays it back to Sanchez. Is he ready for it? Fuck it. Okay. Somehow he keeps the ball then. See, no energy, man. No fight now. No other options to turn to, of course. Oh, my lord. It's crazy. Absolute insanity, man. Cuckoo. Nah, doesn't keep it off Minter. Back to Joao Pedro. Oh, my lords. Come on, Gusto, man. Oh, my lords. Absolutely not, man. Get the fuck up, man. Get up. Absolutely not, man. You guys, I'm losing motivation to even continue the stream, to be fair. It's getting so bored with it, man. Over the top, finally. Come on, Noni. Ah, he's brought down, man. He's brought down. Ooh. There's a moment here. Can we bag something against runner play? Can we just force a mistake from Brighton? Can Brighton give us a gift right now? That's why we even have a chance in this game, realistically. They gave us the own goal in the first 5 minutes, for God's sake. Enzo. What the fuck am I seeing, bro? Was I seeing scissor kicks from Jalaba? Was that the way to break them down? Is that what we're resorting to right now? Like FIFA rush goals. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's how we're looking to unlock Brighton with that set piece in. Jalaba scissor kicks. Nah, we lost the plot, man. Noni. Yeah, this 1v1 shit, man. Just Maresca, for God's sake, man. Just let the fucking fullbacks overlap with the winger, man. Not every day inverted, for God's sake. I don't know what's happened in the second half. We just got worse. We weren't even doing some of this shit in the first half. So I don't get what happened in the second half. Anyway, Enzo, Moises, 200 million right here. And Kunku, first time he's been released in God knows how long. Where's the options? Slowed it down. I think George was offside. That's why I never played the pass in. But no one's in the books. Corner. You guys, I think Tyreek was offside then with the pass. That's why I never played the pass. Like, he was offsides. Lamptey playing right in the hands of Brighton second half. Terrible, man. Yes, Palmer, please. Oh, he's got nothing in him now. He's got nothing in him. It's just nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, man. I mean, you know what? An idea maybe for the second game against Brighton in the Prem. You guys, what are you saying about the wing-backs? Do you think we should maybe bringing back the wing-backs now, you know? Is it time to see a bit of a wing-back system at the moment? I just feel like if the wingers, you know, I just feel like these wingers sometimes they need like support alongside them. Not just like every time like 1v1, 1v1, 1v1. Like sometimes they need a run that's made for you to free up space, right? But again, what's the point of this pass? No one's inside the box. So if Tyreek keeps the ball, what's he going to do with it realistically? I mean, that was just a shit pass. Like, what was the plan then for Tyreek to break down Brighton? I mean, there's no one inside the box. Super chat here. Sorry, Christoph, I missed that, man. Another truth is that for the first 4 months, Chelsea was still playing Portugal with the fast break, quick goals. Over time, Enzo's tactics took over. Ooh. Do you think it's Enzo's tactics taking over, or do you think the opposition got better at stopping us? Do you think the opposition expected a different type of football, and they were getting hit with like the transitions? Again, transition moment here, Tyreek George. Can you do something here, kid? Can you do something here, kids? Oh, at least it's something. I don't think I've seen Sancho take one shot in this fucking game from the left sides. At least it's something, right? At least it's something, but it's still not enough, sadly. Takes it back on his left foot, tries to force it near post. I see the idea. It wasn't a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea. But you guys in the chat, what do you think? Do you agree with that comment from Christoph? You know, do you think we were winning games because we were still playing Pochettino ball with the fast breaks? And do you think things got ruined when Enzo's tactics took over? Like, I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys feel about that comment? Personally, I think it's a bit harsh. I think a lot of games we haven't got results in. You know, if we go back to all our criticisms, we can't act like we play this exact game every single week. That's not been the case. That's not been the case at all. Let's not forget most criticisms have come from the fact that Nico wasn't scoring, players weren't scoring chances, and mistakes from the back. You know? Like, these are like timeless things that supersede the manager and supersede tactics and supersede everything, to be honest with you. Even with Pochettino's fast break football, it wasn't getting rated for that. It was just Palmer FC. You know, like, you can't really win anytime we're underperforming. You know, you can't really win in this situation. It's I can just sympathise when I see that the squad's looking a bit thin. When there's not many options, you know, who are we really turning to turn things around? No one. You know, we don't even have Mudryk, who's been a massive loss, not even turned to. You know, we didn't address any issues in the January window. You know, and I personally, I actually feel like a lot of it is fatigue kicking in. You know, guys are playing a lot of games now. But in this game, there's like no striker. I didn't have any expectations that if we played false nine, we'd be like an excellent team all of a sudden. Like, we were secretly always good with the false nine system. No. I kind of knew that I was hoping for something today. I didn't really have any confidence for anything. I wasn't really forcing that. I was just like, you know, let's see. I want to be surprised. I want to see if something happens, man. Oh, fuck's sake. Another winger gets tackled by Lamptey today. Like, Lamptey's not even that type of defensive winger too. You know what I mean? The fact that Lamptey now, yes, Moses, the only serious guy in the fields. I'd even argue he's been the best player on the field out of any outfield player, Moses Caicedo. Even if we lose this, he deserves man of the match. Enzo, Hollywood pass, that is something. Oh, fucking hell. Cole, see what I mean? Cole Palmer. Like, for the last 3-4 weeks, the guy can't be playing 90 minutes. He can't be playing 90 minutes at all. Yeah? He just gets... You see how sloppy he gets now, how tired he is. I mean... And then, obviously, Felix went to AC Milan. Oh, I'm sorry, for me, you can't blame anyone else other than the owners and the directors for not helping this team. Like, that's the reality. I'm past the point where there's a magic system or tactics, or I'm past the point where there's a secret manager out there that can make sense of this team and get even more than Maresca right now. I mean, you might think Pochettino could have done a bit more, probably, but then he's not here anymore now. And who else is coming here, realistically? Like, I'm just past that point now of, bring the manager. Like, if I was to ask you guys right now, what manager would you even bring in to replace Maresca? Like, who would you bring, realistically? What, Xabi Alonso? Why the fuck would he want to come here when you know that the directors aren't going to listen to you and get you players you want? You know, like who are we realistically getting? You know, our stock's going downhill. We're not looking as sexy anymore now. Like, who is a manager to replace Maresca, who's somehow going to get the best out of Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo together? You know, like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Does it get to a point where maybe you think maybe the way the squad planning was built, maybe there was issues there, maybe there was flaws there? You know, maybe you didn't have to sign both Enzo and Caicedo together. Maybe you had to only pick one of these guys and build around them. You know, I don't know. But I just feel like the conversations now, I just feel like a lot of it is just, I'm just looking up here now. They're at fault for most of the issues, to be honest with you. Poor planning, poor management, you know, poor everything at the moment. Like, a lot of us was patient. You were doing new things. You're bringing in exciting talents. Cool. But now come on, man. It's the third season of this now. It's the third season. We're not kickstarting things again. Yeah? We're not kickstarting things again. And right now, we're about to get kicked out another domestic cup game. Cup competition. See, that the performance has got worse and worse and worse as the second half's gone on now. Look. Honestly, bro, it's like, I'm just like, if we want to have a conversation, we can talk about the owners, the directors. I'm not here to talk about what Maresca could have done. You guys, what the fuck could he have done in this game with the squad today? And remember, look how shit these guys are playing in the second half. Even Cole Palmer's not been on it. So realistically, what are you man expecting from Maresca? I'm not even saying this. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying this because I'm Maresca's number one rider. Yeah, I'm not even making that point because I love Enzo Maresca. It's got nothing to do with Enzo. The reality just simply is, what can be done in this moment? Like, realistically, what can be done better? What can be done better? You can't even use any PL2 striker if you wanted to use a striker. They played a game yesterday, you know? Like, I don't really see what can be done. In my head now, it just comes across as shit squad building. That's what it comes across as. Shit squad building. We got a young team. We're not the most physical team. You're seeing all the Prem teams moving towards physicality. We don't have that. And the only physical guy we did have in Conor Gallagher, half you guys said he wasn't good enough. Get the fuck out of here. And then you thought Dewsbury Hall would be the more technical, better version of him. I mean, some of you guys in the fan base are just as bad as the owners, to be fair with you. Like, this is what I mean. Like, what is the squad really built for? Like, who's going to get the best out of them? Pochettino was showing away, but then no one liked how he played. Oh, there was no control, no tactics. But Maresca's bringing a bit of that. Oh, there's no penetration, there's no this. Like, you can't win, man. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, my God. See what I mean? Every pass now. It's just wasting our time. It's just wasting our time right now, realistically. There's zero quality at the moment. All the quality is evaporated. It's evaporated. Listen, I'm not saying Enzo's blameless. You know, certain games where, you know, Felix. But then again, it's hard because I look at it now and I just think to myself, oh shit, is this just a fake moment of quality? No. Oh, the only shot on target second half. Again, good run by Noni then in behind. Definitely onside. The pass was overhit a bit too much, I have to say, overhit. Come on, Brian. Can you just, like, fuck up somehow? Who wants the ball? Who wants it? Oh, Gusto, bad pass, but somehow it's salvaged. Palmer gonna get tackled, just clears that wide. Oh, Tyreek, that's yours, Tyreek. Shit, man. Did I have a super chat? Did I miss that? Christoph. Oh, Reese. Yes, thank you, Reese. Start, bench, sell. Neto, Noni, Sancho. I start Noni. Bench. Fucking hell. Like, what's the difference between Sancho and Neto at the moment? I don't really know, man. I don't really know. Maybe... fuck's sake, that's a hard one. Obviously, Noni clearly starts. I've never understood why he gets the most criticism when he does a lot more than most of these wingers on the field. I don't know. Neto's been very hot and cold. Sancho's doing what he normally does at Man United now. Fuck, man. Either one could get benched or sold, realistically. Either one. Yeah, that's we're about to get kicked out, boys. I mean, that's the reality of the situation now. All we have to play for is the Conference League, realistically. That's all we have. You're hoping you fight for the CL. Yeah, let's see if that happens. Realistically, it's Conference League or bust. That's it, man. Just blow the whistle, for God's sake, man. I just hope I can just play a bit of FIFA tonight to get my mind off things. I'm hoping the fucking network's working, man, so I can do that. And that's it. It's over. So tomorrow, I'm going to be obviously making a lot of videos. I just want to be... Listen, I feel like the issues we have, it stems from the top right now. You know, you're looking at inefficient squad building. How have we become weaker since the January window? How does that... Can you guys explain that to me? How are we now weaker after the January window when every single day there's a new story and a new target and a new player and a new bid and a new offer and a new this and a new that and a new that? It's like, come on, man. It's not serious, bro. It's not serious, man. You know? It's not serious at all now. You know? We've got a week after the January window. This is the consequences. This is the consequences, bro. You know? The guys got tired as the game went on. The performance got shitter. You know? You don't have another striker. The manager said, get me a fucking midfield player. Get me a striker. He's not going to be using Amugu, for God's sake. Amugu's a youth. He's a kid. He's not going to be doing anything for us this season. Yeah? You don't have Lav. You got all these injury-prone players. You know, you don't strengthen where you have to. You're not even keeping the guys happy here that you splashed out 50 million bags for in the summer. It's just like, come on. Like, and it feels like everything's eroding right now. Everything's kind of crumbling away very slowly, piece by piece, game by game. I mean, I say this and then we could somehow beat Brighton, which we could if Nico Jackson's available. Having a striker against Brighton is going to help us just to offer us a bit of counter-attacking threat. But equally, man, we saw a lot of bad performances today. I think the wingers today, Neto, Sancho, diabolical. Very bad performances today from them. And I don't know, man. It's just not good enough. You know, Brian turned the gears up second half, started pressing us higher, forcing mistakes. We're not reacting to it. And then I just felt maybe our football that looks a bit one-dimensional then. You know, the fucking fullbacks inverted again for some reason. Doing what? You have to invert every game. Like, what do they do every game when they're inverting, for God's sake? You know, but that we got like mad stars who are inverting. Like, if I had Gavardio in my team, yeah, he can invert and do what the hell he wants because this guy can play any position. We don't have Gavardio inverting. We got Gusto inverting, you know? So in a way, even though the wingers were shit, I feel for them because it's like if they're not playing their best dribbling game week in, week out, then they're there for the taking because there's always a 2v1 against them and they always have to play it backwards. There's no support near them. There's no run being made in the channels. There's no nothing. Some of that can be criticised to Maresca for sure. There has to be an adaptation. But then equally, why was he hired? He was hired because he was a guy to get the best out of Enzo and Caicedo. So if you're gonna invert a fucking fullback, then obviously you can use them together, right? But I don't know, man. I can the way we're becoming so shit now, like this could be an hour-long video. I could go through the iceberg, breaking down every minute detail to major detail that has created the club we're seeing at the moment, where we're not really progressing, not really doing nothing, not really taking things to any new levels. I can do that, and it will be like an hour-long iceberg, because there's been lots of critical mistakes and failures since these guys have taken over. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense at this point, realistically. It just really don't make sense. And all I can say is that we're looking weaker after the January window. And if this is the best we can do, and we don't even have Nico Jackson just to give us 50% up front, I mean, what chances do we have for most games this season? You know what I mean? Like, again, I sympathize because there's no striker yet. When did the team ever play false nine? They never do that. We never ever see that yet. We never ever see that this season. I get it, you know, there's no backup for Nico Jackson. I sympathize, Maresca. I see this team. I work with these pricks every single week. Get me a fucking striker. And these guys are looking at Delap one moment, Sechko the next moment, this striker the next moment, you know. And then in the end, you're looking towards the summer window for a striker. Okay, cool, you can do that. But you're telling me you couldn't get Kolo Muani on loan. Like, you guys, like, you're not good enough to even secure Kolo Muani on loan. You're not good enough to beat Juventus to Kolo Muani. I know everyone was disrespecting Muani, blah, blah, blah. But the bigger picture is we have no fucking striker. We have a half a striker in Nico Jackson right now. Yeah. Having another guy would have been key for us. You know what I mean? But yeah, again, I think Sash, you're saying it, but we're slowly becoming like Brighton, Hove, Albion. Where I'm sure these like Barley and Stewart and Winsley, they'd be very happy if they're able to flip these guys for big money and keep the profit going. This is the fears we're seeing right now. You know, is it going to take Bowley and his group buying out Igbai and his group? I mean, honestly, I just don't really know. Like, our club's becoming like an episode of Succession at the moment, man. This is what I mean, though. You know, I'm seeing a game today, and it's just a consequence of not doing anything in January, because the team they needed something. Yeah, we were at a point where our performances were running on empty. We were crashing out after 60 minutes. We weren't killing games off in that time, and in the final 30 minutes, we lost every game in the final 30 minutes. So you're losing games in that manner, in the exact same manner of being the better team for a bit and then crashing out. That tells you the team can't sustain what they're doing. They need help, and these directors, bro. We have two directors, not even one director. You got two heads working at this, and they couldn't do niche. Bro, I'm going to crash out soon, man. But I'm going to get this review out, you guys. Thank you. All the love to you, man, who obviously super chats, stay with me, all that good stuff. And hopefully you guys are back with reviews.